Come on now.
We can
Hey.
Nice. Listen, good morning and welcome. That was a little moment, guys. Well done, well done. Very cool. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3. It's your Thursday morning. Should we say it? So we say it. Come on, just because we can. It's a Thursday. Yay! Okay, we gotta do it.
I felt it was a Thursday. Is it the end of the year yet, guys? Have we finished?
Dude, listen, it's here. It's the 6th of December, 2018. We are moving, guys. Christmas is like there. You can just like almost imagine it.
You can smell it. You can treat the next 3 hours like your first festive holiday. That's what
why
we're
not?
going to do.
That's right.
Let's put everything else down. We're going to relax. We're going to chill out. In fact, we're going to probably make it feel a bit like a Friday. Euphonik, one of the coolest guys, one of the best DJs, undoubtedly in the country, is here, and he's dropping a brand new album.
Oh, yes.
We love that. Listen, and then we're keeping up with those festive season festivities. We are building on that festive menu this morning. I'm going to be jumping into the kitchen with my mum. My mum is going to be here. It's going to be very special.
Your mommy's coming.
My mommy is coming, man. I'm very excited. So we're going to be making, or I'm going to be making, my super secret gammon recipe. Dude,
super secret.
The type of gammon recipe you make only once a year.
Because it's that
so
good? Or, okay, I was going to say because it's that difficult. I'm liking our Christmas table. Then, of course, the FOMO is real. Those of us who didn't make it to the red carpet at Global Citizen.
I think there was a dig at
shame.
I'm so sorry.
We're going to take you there because we love you. We love you that much.
Yeah. Well, on the love, you know, we know gospel music is the biggest genre in South Africa, and so we're going to be shifting the focus over to the SA Crown Gospel Awards and see all the big names that walked away with those coveted awards.
Yeah, it's pretty much the biggest, eh?
Yes.
Exactly. So that's just a snippet of our little breakfast basket that we've got planned for you on your Thursday. Stick around, go grab yourself a cup of coffee and enjoy the morning with us. Thank you very much for tuning in. We never did a high five, guys.
Please,
good morning. Let's get that in there.
Booyah!
High five to Leanne. Good morning. Here's the news headlines.
Good morning, team, and good morning to you at home. Here's what's happening in the news. The Department of Home Affairs has relaxed some of the requirements for children traveling to and out of South Africa. Certain categories of child travelers will no longer have to present supporting documents at ports of entry. However, travelers are urged to carry supporting documents anyway, because these may be requested in certain instances. This is in the immediate effect. Home Affairs says the amendments reflect some of the visa reforms approved by Cabinet and are in line with the Economic Recovery Plan President Cyril Ramaphosa announced in September. The Nelson Mandela Foundation has sent its condolences to the family of the late anti-apartheid activist Dr. Alex Boraine. The 87-year-old died at his home in Constantia yesterday morning, exactly 5 years after the death of Nelson Mandela. The foundation CEO, Selo Hatang, says Boraine played a major part in trying to find a path towards a more reconciled South Africa. Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu said Boraine was a true gentleman who loved his country, an admired colleague and a dear friend. Ethiopian Airlines is set to begin flights that connect Los Angeles with Addis Ababa through the West African city of Lomé in Togo. Ethiopian Airlines will make Los Angeles the only West Coast gateway in the United States with non-stop service to Africa. The inaugural flight is scheduled for December the 17th. LA will now become one of only 2 airports in the world to serve 6 continents with non-stop flights, joining London's Heathrow in this distinction. International dignitaries gathered with U.S. leaders yesterday for the funeral service of George H.W. Bush, the nation's 41st president who died on Friday, aged 94. Tens of thousands of Americans filed in the Capitol to pay their respects to a man who steered the American nation through turbulent times, including the end of the Cold War. The country's 5 living former presidents were present, as well as other dignitaries, which includes Britain's Prince Charles, German Chancellor Angela Merkel, King Abdullah II, and Queen Rania of Jordan. And then finally, Aquila Game Reserve, about 2 hours drive from Cape Town, has welcomed a new bouncy baby rhino, precisely 1 year after the surprise birth of 2 rhinos in 2017. The 24-hour rhino surveillance team of Aquila's anti-poaching unit witnessed the birth of Not So Wee Lad last week and said that a few hours later he was already play fighting and charging at his mom. The Western Cape extends a huge hug to its latest celebrity inhabitant. Well, that was your 6 o'clock news update. Here's our very first look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
Let's kick it off with football this morning. Following their second-place finish at the Africa Women's Cup of Nations, Banyana have been awarded 2.4 million rand in bonuses from SAFA. South Africa went unbeaten throughout the tournament in Ghana up until that final, where they suffered an agonizing 4-3 penalty loss to Nigeria after a goalless draw. Banyana's second-place finish at the tournament has also seen them now qualify for next year's Women's World Cup for the first time in history. Staying with football, locally, Orlando Pirates' solid league form continued in the CAF Champions League as they beat Light Stars FC 3-1 yesterday to see out an 8-2 aggregate win. It was in their preliminary round 1 tie. After seeing out a 5-1 win in the first leg, Pirates put the victory beyond doubt yesterday with Linda Mtambo, Kamasankwa Gabuza and Abel Mabaso finding the back of the net. Also in CAF action, Mamelodi Sundowns beat Lyonnais Vegetarianos and 5-1. To see out a 7-1 aggregate win there as well, painting a very solid picture on the continent. Then a little further afield, Manchester United and Arsenal had to settle for a share of the points in their English Premier League encounter last night as they drew 2-2 at Old Trafford in a thriller. Point earned sees Arsenal move to 31 points in 5th place, while Man United still in 8th on 23 points. And other results, Tottenham beat Southampton 3-1. Wolves stunned Chelsea 2-1 to get their season back on track, while Liverpool put 3 past Burnley. Then in cricket, the Tshwane Spartans secured their 3rd win of the Mzansi Super League thanks to a 4-wicket win over the Paul Rocks in Centurion yesterday. Batting first, the Rocks struggled to get going as they could only get 121 on the board before being bowled out. In their chase, the Spartans lost 6 wickets but managed to get over the line with 3 balls remaining. In last night's other match, it was the Giants and Heat, and they had to settle for a no result sadly after their match was abandoned due to rain. And of course, we've got an opportunity to offer you guys. MSL tickets are up for grabs. We've got a giveaway to tomorrow's Mzansi Super League match at Newlands. I'll be there to cover the action firsthand. It's the Cape Town Blitz, the form team, up against the Paarl Rocks, still fighting for that playoff space. All you need to do to win is head over to our Expresso Facebook page, comment on the competition post, and tell us who will win the MSL T20 match between the Blitz and the Rocks and why. And that competition closes at 12 p.m. this afternoon, so get on it. Terms and conditions apply. It can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
Thank you so much, Graham. Let's quickly get into your weather and your temperatures going into your Thursday morning. And as we do so, a big thank you to Paul Barnard, who sent us a beautiful sunrise picture from Kunu Falls Lodge in KZN. Paul, thank you very much. You can expect warm conditions with plenty of sunshine today, reaching a maximum of 30 degrees. But what a way to wake up, Paul. I hope you have a beautiful one ahead. Thank you very much. Continue sending in some of your pictures. We'd love to see what it looks like. You can post those pictures on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page, and we'll gladly share them with the nation right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Your temperatures going into your Thursday, Polokwane starting off on a 19 minimum, reaching a high of 28 with some thunder showers expected. Mbombela 20-30, Pretoria on 19 minimum, your maximum 34 degrees, and also a couple of thunder showers expected. Johannesburg 17-32, Mahikeng 19-33. Klerksdorp on 20, reaching a high of 34 degrees. Kimberley 19-36, also with some thunder showers expected. Thunder showers for Bloemfontein, 15 minimum, reaching a maximum of 33. Richards Bay 25-34. Pietermaritzburg 24, and an absolute scorcher today, 37 degrees for you. Durban 24-28, Mtata 17 minimum, and your maximum 35 degrees. East London 19-28, Cradock on 13, and your maximum a very, very hot 38 degrees as well. Very hot in Cradock as well. Port Elizabeth 17-25, George 16-24, Sutherland on 8 minimum, reaching a high of 25. Cape Town 16-21 with some rain for temperatures for the 6 o'clock bulletin. We'll run you through in half an hour's time at 6:30.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Yeah, my proclamation, South Africa. Let's share the goodness with Crush. If you'd like to nominate a deserving school to receive an awesome donation of brand new school.
With much love to SA personalities like Lala Hiroyama, Dineo Ranaka, and Connie Ferguson on board as part of the Goodness Group. And these are huge stars, right?
Man.
They're asking you to join them and share the goodness with your loved ones simply by nominating a deserving school in your province.
All right, so let's see how the numbers are looking this week. The competition has been heating up. Gauteng has been dominating. Let's go to the other side of the log. This week in Mpumalanga is coming in as the province with the lowest amount of nominations. Come on, with 2%.
Come on,
2%.
MP.
Do the kids not deserve new school shoes in Mpumalanga? Come on, get on the phone. Start helping them, guys.
That's right. Now, help us, help all these deserving children and these deserving schools in Mpumalanga by buying a crush today and following the details on PEC by dialing the USSD code, which is *120 *5676 * the unique code hash from your cell phone to nominate a school that you believe deserves new school shoes in the new year 2019. Now, what you do then is follow the screen prompts and then complete the requested inputs, and you could win part of over 1 million rand in prizes for you and a friend. So what are you waiting for?
Man, when you see the million with all those zeros, it's quite
It looks
impressive.
attractive. It's
Come
attractive.
on, man. So you don't do it for the prizes, you do it for the kids who deserve school shoes, but get on it.
Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
Thank you, gentlemen. Well, your Thursday morning is now officially underway. Welcome to it. We're going to be taking a very quick break. When we come back, SA's favorite DJ, I'm talking about DJ Euphonik. He is here, he's in the studio, and he's got a brand new album out as well. We'll chat about that. And then we're turning our attention to our young ones, our kids, teaching them about proper oral hygiene.
Voted best courier in South Africa for over 10 years, at Globeflight, our approach is to simply keep our word. When the quality of our courier service was certified ISO 9001 compliant, it only confirmed what Globeflight customers already know, that from domestic same day to international air freight, Globeflight delivers smiles 24/7, 365.
All right, your Thursday morning is now officially underway right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show for the Africa Channel. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, SA's favorite DJs in the house. DJ Euphonik has got a brand new album. We're going to unpack and explore that a little bit as well. And then we're talking about the importance of oral hygiene for kids right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show after the break on the Africa Channel. I said it twice.
Yes, it's me and Graham. I'm coming. Where are we going? Green Lounge? Oh.
Download the Dion Wired app. Okay, so we are doing Joy. My sister.
Definitely looks like
My mom.
Okay,
Thanks.
Go.
I can see you by Joy.
What's happening? Where's the prizes?
Yeah, it's a good thing.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. Now, there are only a few days to go before we reveal the surprise of the year, courtesy of Woolies and Expresso. And listen, the guesses, they have been funneling in, and you don't have to wait much longer as we're almost there. In the meantime, check this out.
Dapper dudes and fashionistas alike, get ready. we're unveiling a surprise worthy of the global style scene. Watch this space.
Watch this space, indeed. What will it be? What will happen? What will unfold on your Feel Good Breakfast show? You're going to have to make sure you tune in each and every day until we make the big reveal. But until then, head over to our Expresso Facebook page and tell us what you're most looking forward to. What do you think the big reveal is? We'd love to hear from you.
Well, of course, we are joined by our next superstar this morning, and I'm very excited because I actually have never interviewed this person in my whole entire life, so I feel like it's levels right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Expresso family, please put your hands together for Euphonik, everybody! Come on, come on, come on. So good to have you, man.
What's up? Are you well?
I'm touching him.
Oh,
I'm touching him. It's happening. I'm very, very well. Thank
Good
you.
man.
Listen, let's talk about what happened this weekend. You founded a cruise experience alongside DJ Fresh called Oh Ship.
Yeah.
Tell us about the
So
experience.
basically it's 3 days on sea, 72 hours. We leave Durban port, we go to the Portuguese island, we get off at the Portuguese island, party for a day and come back. So it's literally 72 hours of non-stop partying.
Wow.
This year I think we hit our max numbers, which was like we completely sold the boat out, which is like 3,000 people, which is like it sounds crazy, but like we managed it. It's really a cool party, and bookings already open for 2019. So
that must be nice. Hey, that must be nice to know. For 2019, you're already sorted. But that is such a great trip. I mean, the Durban, Portuguese islands, but of course, the fact that it's the biggest party with 3,000 people has to be something incredibly special.
Yeah, and it's 3,000 people from all around Africa.
Wow.
Like there were literally people from Swaziland, Botswana, Nigeria, Ghana on the boat. Like people that literally just came down for that, which is crazy, man.
Yeah. Let's talk about your 2018. You released your album Perspective. It's gone gold. What has this process been like for you? I mean, you continue just to do so well constantly.
So like I don't touch anything that feels like work to me, and I don't touch anything that isn't fun. So like every single thing that I do is fun, from the people that I work with to the projects that I work on to the music that I make to being right here. Like if I didn't enjoy this process, I wouldn't.
Trust me, none of us would. It's our Leo.
So putting together an album, I think I've even lost count, but I've got 13 gold and platinum plaques at my house. So like this album actually took me time to put together, because I took a lot of time traveling the world to go check out different sounds. That's why the name of the album is called Perspective. So it's my global perspective of where dance music is at the moment. And like it's gone gold.
And I feel like maybe that's why it works, because you said you don't do it if it doesn't feel right.
Yeah,
and maybe it's that authenticity that your audience, your fans know that whatever you touch, it's you, it's who you are. You're being present in that moment.
For me, that's like almost critical, man, because like it's so easy in our industry to be the guy that makes things happen, and then over time you forget and things start happening to you and you're just rolling with the flow. So I always like stop myself and I ask myself, do I want to be doing this? Is this part of my plan? Because it's so easy to, like, for me to sit here and be a pretty face, and the next thing they're like, come present the show. And I'm like, I didn't really want to be a TV presenter.
This is true. This is
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
And your audience knows when something is authentic and when it's not.
100%.
And if they feel like you're doing something that's not you, then they're like, but we actually can't trust what you're doing because you're just doing it for the money then.
Exactly. Over time, it really does show.
So you've collaborated with, I mean, amazing people, Mikasa, DJ Tira, DJ Maporisa. Who will you be collaborating with next?
So I'm busy at the moment. I don't want to mention any names, but like I said, I've been spending a lot of time overseas. So the next few collaborations are all global collaborations. So I don't want to jinx anything, that touch wood, like, you know, so like there's a lot of stuff happening for me globally. I mean, like, I fly to London tonight playing with Pete Tong, then on Saturday I'm in Greece, then I've got Portugal and Monaco lined up for the year, Tulum next year, January, Miami, Montreal. Like, so there's a lot happening globally. So yeah,
I love when our South African artists use the word global, because it's time that we start going global.
Yeah,
I mean, we just had the Global Citizen Festival. It was so wonderful to see international and local people collaborating. But let's keep it local for now. Where can our local people see you and experience you this summer?
Okay, so every single Thursday, I'm going to be right here in the Mother City at the V&A Waterfront at the Radisson Red. I've got a residency there. It starts at 2 o'clock and ends at 10 o'clock. So it's like literally like a sundowner vibe. So come party with me every single Thursday. Just go to the website, vipisonly.co.za. You can't pay for a ticket.
Okay.
You can win a ticket.
Okay,
and it's free, so nobody gets charged to come in. You just have to register to get a ticket.
Okay, so basically that's where I'll be every Thursday throughout summer here in
You
Cape Town.
know
It's
this.
wonderful. It's going to be awesome. Euphonik, thank you so much for being with us on the show and, of course, for keeping our summer lit. And now we have something to do every Thursday in Cape Town.
Man, amazing.
Wonderful. Euphonik on your feel-good breakfast show.
Awesome stuff, man. Can't wait for that performance.
I love that dude, eh? I'm a bit of a groupie.
Just a little bit, eh?
I saw when he first started out and what he's been able to achieve is amazing. He's such a cool guy.
So good, man. Listen, yeah, lots more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're going to take a very quick break. When we come back, it's time to teach the young ones about that oral hygiene. Yes, we have our favorite dentist in the house, Dr. Zach.
Oh, I love that, man. I've just started with Jack's first big boy toothbrush now. He loves it. I don't think he's aware that I'm actually cleaning his teeth. That's what
it's more of a
about.
game, yeah.
It really is, but we absolutely love that as well. And then another person I'm so proud of, I think all of us so proud of at the moment, JP Sebastian did such a brilliant job with the Creed 2 press junket. He's here to fill us and get us excited about the movies coming up ahead of the weekend. We'll see you in a moment.
Add a little goodness to your day, your friend's day, and make your school's year as the Crush Share the Goodness campaign returns. Last year, the Crush crew gave away 10,000 pairs of shoes to school children across South Africa. By watching Expresso from spring through the summer and refreshing yourself with your favorite Clover Crush flavor, you stand daily chances of winning for yourself, your friends, and school. Details to follow on Expresso.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back, you beautiful peeps. Is that Beyonce sat beside us? I've just noticed those eyes are just
Listen, the first thing that I
else,
said
girl.
to Anel from our makeup team this morning, or actually yesterday, I said, please can we create Beyonce eyes that Sir John did for her? And she did a good job. I mean, take a look.
You look
take
amazing.
You
look
Absolutely beautiful.
Go Anel.
Yeah, go on. We love her. Of course, it's almost the end of the week. It's almost the end of the year. Do we need a dance, guys? Boy, we need a dance.
We do
Need a dance.
I'm always up for a dance.
We always need a Friday dance, or even just to reflect back on former Friday dances, because the truth is our Friday dances are levels. Many people have tried, but unfortunately, it's not part of the Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's not the same. So let's take a look back at one of those that we really, really loved. And of course, Lucian, our studio manager,
our choreographer,
but also loving life to the fullest.
I suppose we should have done 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how we feel every photo. All the girls that love persona non grata. That took about 5 weeks to master.
That like it was yesterday. Tabs, you haven't been in an official Friday dance yet, have you?
Not really. No, I haven't.
Theme and props. And,
Okay,
oh, buddy.
I think, can I ask, okay, to the management out there, we need to do a mashup.
We do.
So, and include Tabiso, because he's new to the family. We've got to get him involved in a Friday
I have
dance.
to say, before I joined this family, the only thing I ever really wanted to do was do the Friday dance. And now I'm here and I've never done it, so we've got to have it happen.
Why don't you say them and should
We got to give the people what they want.
We must.
Give the people what they want.
We absolutely love it. So if you would like to see a Friday dance, in fact, if you want to see T do a Friday dance, let us know on our Expresso Morning Show Facebook page which are your favorite Friday dances.
Yes.
You can go onto our YouTube channel and check so many of them out. What are your favorite moves? What are your favorite songs?
Yeah.
What should we be dancing to?
Exactly.
I love
What
that.
hot track? And preferably like a South African one, because I love plugging our South African music.
100%.
Yes?
Like, good to who, good to who, good to who.
Oh, he's ready. He's ready.
Fun and games on your Euphonik Breakfast Show, and we love it. Right now, though, a rather serious issue. Yep, when it comes to good oral care, it extends way beyond just brushing your teeth. Having poor oral care can lead to a whole lot of health problems later on in life, especially, which is why teaching kids good habits at an early age is so important. Now, we chat to Cape Town dentist Dr. Zach Scobart about the importance of good oral care for kids and how to make the whole process more fun. Dr. Zach, thank you, my friend. How are you doing?
Ewan, so nice to see you. Lovely to be here.
Yeah, man. Always great to pick your brain a little bit. I mean, you're the best of the best. You're out there.
Thank
I mean,
you.
you're good. Okay, cool. So how does oral healthcare impact, I think, the overall health of children? Because we know everything is in the gums, everything is connected. Yes.
Well, it's absolutely so important. I can't reiterate enough the paramount importance of good oral health care.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, the mouth is the first entry point for bacteria to enter the body. So if you have any lesions or any mouth sores, the bacteria will bypass our normal immunological defensing mechanism. So the bacteria gets into the bloodstream directly. So children can become ill and they can become diseased. And if you have dental caries or cavities, and if they're not early detected, they can form abscesses, and these chronic infections can then spread to the rest of the body. So if you want your child to be happy and healthy, then you better make sure he or she practices good oral hygiene.
And from being a parent myself, I mean, if I only think about the fact that if you don't take care of teeth, I mean, your child might be walking around with something and they wouldn't even know, you know? So there would definitely be things entering the bloodstream which can make things very difficult at that stage.
Exactly.
So, rinsing, this is where what we're talking about right now. At what stage do you feel that parents should include rinsing, and is it necessary, really?
Well, absolutely. You know that by brushing alone, it only cleans 25% of the mouth. So rinsing is very important, and if your child can rinse from the age of 6, we normally advocate that, or when they're responsible enough not to swallow the mouth rinse, then it's a very good, you know, contribution to better oral health.
And you can make it fun as well. I mean, that's the fun part, I guess, of taking care of your teeth.
I think that's so important, and I think as parents, we have to educate our children with fun, you know.
Exactly.
You can make it, use animated products, use colors, use clocks, you know, you can bring in maths, you can even make it educational.
Yeah.
So I think it should be a fun experience to clean the teeth.
Okay, cool. So 3 do's and don'ts when it comes to creating a bit of oral hygiene routine at home.
So I think, number 1, do make it fun. It should be fun. And then number 2, you should praise your children. So reward them, and do not reward them with sugar, because sugar is highly addictive, and sugar causes cravings, and it leads to the fact that they won't be able to concentrate. So sugar should be an illegal drug, in my opinion. Other things that you can do is to remember to make it educational. Do not forget to floss. Flossing is very important. Floss only the teeth that you want to keep. So flossing is definitely very important. And do not forget to set an example. So when you leave the house in the morning, make sure that you brush your teeth and that your children also brush their teeth, and then not to eat for 30 minutes afterwards. And then also in the evening, the last thing that you do is definitely the fact that you want to brush your teeth and you want to rinse your mouth.
I love that. Very cool do's and don'ts. Thank you very much. Just one more thing. I know that parents are maybe a little bit hesitant to take their young ones to the dentist. At what age should we start looking at that? You know, you've got the oral hygiene routine done, you've got the rinsing sorted, but what about the actual dentist visit?
Well, that's as young as possible, you know, even from the very young age of 1 year old.
When there's one tooth.
When there's one little tooth, just get them into the habit, you know, practicing good habits as a child will lead to good habits as an adult. Because old habits die hard.
Yeah.
So make sure that you teach the right habits from a very young age.
Perfect. Dr. Zach, thank you very much for joining us this morning, man. Always
Thank
lovely
you.
to have
Always
you.
Fabulous to be here.
Right now, it is time to have some fun, of course, with your kids, all while standing a chance to win a 5,000 Rand Toy Kingdom voucher with Your Family magazine. It is a great prize. Now, all you have to do is get your child to rinse with a Listerine Smart Rinse and then upload their best hashtag swish face photo, boomerang, or even a video on social media using that hashtag swish face. Remember, VAS rates apply and T's and C's apply as well. You can find them on yourfamily.co.za.
New Listerine Smart Rinse, a fun way to protect kids' teeth.
Okay, we're all getting in the festive spirit on Expresso Morning Show. And the best part of this special season is giving. That's right. Every single morning, we'll be calling one fortunate viewer who has entered the hashtag Loot Festive competition. And we could open one of these doors to stand a chance of winning incredible prizes such as computers, phones, PlayStations, gadgets, and oh, so much more.
That's right. All you have to do is go to the loot.co.za Facebook page, like the page, comment on the page with hashtag LootFestive and your wish list item by simply either copying the link from the loot.co.za page or posting a picture of the item. Then keep an eye out on your Facebook Messenger as winners will be contacted and will have 4 hours to reply. So go on and post your desired item on Loot's Facebook page with hashtag LootFestive and we could make a wish come true this holiday season. Hashtag LootFestive. I can't wait to find out what's behind these doors.
So we're going to take the quickest of breaks. When we return back in the hot seat, JP Sebastian reveals the movies coming up this weekend.
Love it. Yes, the movies are just around the corner, the weekend just around the corner. But listen, also jumping into the kitchen with my mum. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this. Yes, I'm sharing my super secret, ultra delicious gammon recipe. You don't want to miss that after the break.
Science reaches for the truth. Science works for the big and the small, the old and the young. Science never gives up. And science is at the heart of biology-based nutrition for differences you can see, feel, and trust. The secret to lifelong health, it all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Just in time to get a beat on what's happening at the local box office. Let's see who is landing where.
Has the magic worn off for last week's Wizarding #1? Let's find out with SA's new box office top 5. Leon Schuster needs to be frank and fearless as he tumbles to #5. In true Rocky underdog fashion, Creed 2 survives to fight another week, opening in 4th. So ones beat fists in the movies. Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald is toppled to 3rd. If you're one of those rare non-Queen fans, avoid karaoke for now. Bohemian Rhapsody opens 2nd. Queen lyrics help here, like gunpowder gelatin or dynamite with the laser beam. Ralph breaks the internet in 1st.
All right, so before we get into some of those new movies that are on the horizon, Buddy, I don't have a coffee yet. I don't know, maybe only the VIPs get a coffee this morning.
Maybe, like, there was something that looked a bit more desperate on my face. We all know I could sweeten up a bit.
Yeah, just do it, man, please.
The silver screen and
Hey, did you like that little grin? I absolutely love it.
Buddy, you've earned that coffee. Busy time, busy movie season, heading into the festive. This is a very important time for big cinema and for movie goers because we've got a lot more free time. We want to sink our teeth into amazing stories. Is The Healer such a story?
I think that before we get into the really big stuff, because obviously people are waiting for Aquaman, they're waiting for Mortal Engines, these gigantic tentpole movies, but maybe people also just want to let their hair down. It's been a rough year, and I think for the faithful especially, they'll be happy to see something like The Healer, which usually I'm quite cynical about movies that claim themselves as religious or whatever, because that's such a special, personal thing to a person. Do it carefully.
It also puts it in a very clear lane.
Yeah. But at least in this one, it seems that they've tried to do something a bit different. So it's a dramedy, isn't its explanation. This guy he's a bit of a scoundrel. So as well as trying to sort of just coast in life, he's also messing around with the ladies. So a guy and I think it's his extended family, sends him from the UK where he lives to some backwater town in the United States, gets an advert put into the newspaper for his his business as an electrician called The Healer, and there is misread as being a spiritual healer, and he totally does not want any part of the small town people.
I like this premise, man.
You know, so if you're going to do something that's a religious movie or whatever, give it a bit of a twist, and it's allowed to be funny as well. And I haven't seen it, but I'm sure that it will be.
It looks very sweet. So then we move on to another movie that I'm dying to know if it's allowed to be funny. Mark Wahlberg, Rose Byrne. We know that Rose is very funny, and she can ham it up.
It sounds like you're trying to say something about Mark Wahlberg being able to be funny.
I mean, you talk about sticking in a particular lane. He has chosen a lane of late.
Yeah.
A very patriotic lane of late.
Oh man.
Is this pure holiday cannon fodder, or is there something in this for us?
It does look like there's some heart
Look, I
to
dig
this.
Mark. I dig him as a on-screen.
I do not at all. What's nice about this is, so the story is this young couple decide that they're going to give a shot to adoption. And the little girl who they select, who is like this edge of her teenage years type thing, she comes with her 2 siblings. So they have, you guessed it, an instant family. And what's nice about this is that the director himself has adopted, it's from a very personal place, and he's not just, you know, like I just said earlier, I'm worried about like movies doing things cynically. It's just like, oh, how can we thumbsuck an idea out of something? But it actually comes from quite a personal place.
I love that.
And it looks like, you know, sweet enough. Like you said, Rose Byrne, she's got some comedy chops. She was in Bad Neighbors, I think, with Seth Rogen, both of them. And so I don't think it's necessarily going to be slapstick laugh per minute type thing, but have a bit of heart as well.
Perfect for the holidays. I absolutely love that. Then this is a biggie, man. This is a biggie, The Grinch.
They finally made my movie.
This has got to be one of the most beloved tales, stories, characters.
I'm a green eggs and ham kind of guy. Dr. Seuss, yes, this is kind of the stuff that I grew up on. And
Is it Zeus?
Finally finished reading The Grinch.
And this is what I'm saying, because every other adaptation, they really battle to translate what is some of the best written prose, I think, ever into a cinematic version.
And like,
do they get it right?
Memorable as well. Like, I think we had Jim Carrey as the Grinch before, right?
Yeah.
And then Mike Myers was the Cat in the Hat, and both of those I think were kind of cringe. Yeah, for my money, and this I haven't seen either, so I'm just doing previews here. Of course, it's got all this sort of like physical comedy to it kind of thing. It's the Illumination Studios. These are the people who did the Minions movies. But they've got Benedict Cumberbatch, and he's a great voice actor. He did the voice of Smaug in The Hobbit.
Yeah.
He's about to be Shere Khan in the new Mowgli movie. Ooh. But yeah, I hope that they give him enough range to play. I've seen previews of it, but you know, maybe the kids will be satisfied at the very least.
Buddy, just quick throw forward what you got for us a little bit later.
JP is going to be reviewing for you the movie Colette, which is a true story about an author who was ghostwriting under her husband's name, as a lot of these stories went, you know.
Ooh, but this looks like they talk about Oscar. So just have a sip of your incredibly sweet coffee.
If I can.
JP's
anything above room temperature and a 3rd-degree burns.
Oh wow, this one is taking a young selfie of my eyes.
I'm enjoying the Beyonce aesthetic that is being given to us today.
Thank you, darling. But let's talk competition, shall we? Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is a computer-animated superhero film that's been based on the popular Marvel character Miles Morales, aka Spider-Man. It's set in a shared multiverse called the Spider-Verse, which features different versions of the Spider-Man character. Now, this action-packed adventure hits cinemas nationwide on the 15th of December, but for 12 lucky Expresso viewers, we're giving you the chance to see it before anyone else in the country.
That's right, you're getting it here first. This is not just any pre-screening though, this is a 4DX pre-screening. New Metro's multi-sensory cinemas with moving seats and environmental effects. It is a completely immersive experience. Guaranteed.
Exactly. All you need to do to enter is SMS the keyword movie followed by your name and city to 33728 to stand a chance at winning. Then our screenings will be taking place on Saturday, the 8th of December at 5 p.m. in Cape Town, Durban, Pretoria, and Johannesburg.
Once again, just SMS the keyword movie followed by your name, surname, and city to 33728. All SMSs are charged at R1.50 and free SMSs do not apply. Now, this competition will close this Friday, the 7th of December at 9 o'clock in the morning. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Finally, I get to jump into the kitchen this morning because my mum is here. I'm so happy. Look at my mum. She is here. Give it up. Marizelle Stratum, she is my mum. She goes by mum for me. Listen, we are jumping to the kitchen because the festive season is just around the corner and it's all about bringing family together, it's about bringing friends together, it's about creating delicious meals. And I'm here to share my ultimate favorite and super secret gammon recipe with my mum this morning, and she's going to help me cook it as well.
Now, well, your favorite. I've never cooked with ginger beer, but it's yours, so we'll go with it.
Look, this is the secret ingredient, the pièce de résistance. Yes, it is ginger beer, and we're going to put that in, and I'll exactly share what this is going to do to your gammon. But let's get into it. I must also just say, when the guest relations manager walked in here this morning, he's like, Ewan, your sister's here.
Oh, dear.
Your sister, yeah, she's in makeup.
Oh, I love her. I don't know her, but I love her.
Awesome stuff. Let's get cooking, Mom. Okay, cool. So we got a nice big pot, and we got this ready to cook beached smoked gammon from Woolies.
Here we are. Yeah.
Perfect, because it's ready to go. You can do it. You keep it as is. You just take it out the packaging, and now we're going to pop it in the pot. Are you going to do the honors?
Yeah, we take it just as is, put it in there in the middle, and as you said, it's ready to go. It's already got the netting on everything.
Just like that.
And then we have our vegetables. We've got carrots, potatoes, and celery. Very nice. You have to use celery. And you're going to pop that into the pot.
So go for it. Go for it.
Around this gammon.
So now the big question is, people might be wondering, how long do I boil this for? So how does it work, Mum?
It works like you cook it 30 minutes per 500 gram of meat. So this little baby will cook for about 2 hours.
Okay, yes, so on a slow simmer.
On a slow simmer, yeah. Bring it to the boil and just let it simmer for 2 hours. And then you need to put the ginger beer, but just cover it out. Yes, this pot is fine. Nice big pot because you need to...
You have to make it covered, right? Okay.
Yes, but cover it for me.
Now, of course, you can go with your ginger beer like your Stony as well, but we have Woody's variant, the ginger beer as well. But any ginger beer like your soft drink, it's fine. So we're going to pop this in there, and there we go. Now, the secret is the fact that this ginger beer will infuse into the smoky taste of the gammon, and it will bring that sweet tinge to your meat. And this is delicious. It's absolutely delicious.
Keep a little bit for later in case we need some, so it doesn't cook dry. Eh?
Okay, just like that. So you constantly just measure or look at the liquid as well.
You have a look. Don't leave it alone. Don't think it's going to do it by itself. You've got to watch it, eh?
All right, cool.
And then we are going to cover.
That will cook, right?
And bring it up to the boil, and then simmer for 2 hours.
So now we speak through it. Fast forward 2 hours. What happens?
Yes.
It comes out.
It comes out. Then you put it on your plate, remove the netting.
Yes.
And I would just discard of that netting for the sake of the environment, please. Don't just chuck it in the bin because dogs can eat it. It can stuck around.
You
whatever.
see, you
Please
can tie around a seagull's legs.
that.
We don't
Don't
want
do that.
Okay.
And then you take your skin off, you score it nicely, and then we use this lovely honey glaze from Woolworths, or ginger honey glaze.
Yes.
But guys, if you haven't got things like that, normal apricot jam will do too. That is also very nice to use, but that brings out the taste.
But you see now, here's the thing, because this is my gammon recipe that I like to make once a year because I'm doing the ginger beer. Okay, I can cheat, I do it twice a year when it comes to Easter. But you score it, and I love the fact that the ready-to-make glazes are there. There's a whole variety of them. It really depends on how you feel as well. So you pop that on there, and then it goes into the oven.
Cover it with foil just a little bit so it doesn't burn, and then you take the foil off afterwards and under the grill just to get that lovely brown, crispy.
Yes, and you crisp it, just crisp it up a little bit. And you save some of the liquid as well because you put it into your roasting dish at the bottom to help just with a little bit of liquid and moisture inside the oven as well.
You do that. And then afterwards, you use all those veggies, you mash it, and then you use it as a side dish with your gammon. And by that time, you might add a little bit of salt and pepper if you want to, and then serve it with some lovely steamed asparagus. It makes it look green and fresh, and I can't wait to tuck in there.
It's the best gammon that you will have in your life. And there's always a bit of friendly competition between myself and my dad in terms of whose gammon is better.
He's the best. Every year it's mine is best. No, mine is best.
So now that I've let you in...
say they're both wonderful.
Now that I've let you in on my recipe, who do you think is better? Just... You know, I'm going to put you on the spot now.
You the best.
Yes, I'm the best. It's amazing. And also, you can also try it in a kettle braai, something.
That also works.
If you have a little braai that can get the smoke infused as well.
Then Dad will do that. I think this year with the smoke infused, because I like the idea of the ginger beer. That
you have to.
You will floor him this year.
I'm going to floor my dad. If you're watching this morning, Dad, I'm sorry, but me and Mom, we got this. The keyword is Woolworths. SMS that to 33728 if you want to get your hands on my ginger beer smoked gammon this morning. That's Woolworths to 33728. You can also check out that recipe on our website, expressoshow.com, a little bit later on. Mom, high five and hug. Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Hug. Oh, thank you.
Lovely.
Enjoy
Lovely
it. Check it out. Thank you.
How delicious.
I sense a show coming on, Mom and son show, man.
It could be. It could be.
I love that.
Well, we've been talking about the Woolies #BringItHome competition for the last few weeks, and your responses have been absolutely amazing. Today, we are getting to announce 4 Bring It Home winners. Now, if you entered, all you have to do is stay tuned. You might just have won yourself a ticket for you or a loved one to spend some quality time together this Christmas.
Oh, that's what Christmas is all about. So it gives us a huge amount of pleasure and pride to announce our first winner this morning, who is none other than Ronelle Singh. Can we get a round of applause for Ronelle?
Yes.
Yes, we love you, Ronelle. She wrote this as her plea. I would like to spend Christmas in Cape Town with my sister and her family and take my mother with her eldest son from Seattle will also be there. And because my mother, my son, and I have never been to Cape Town, it'll make a lifetime wish come true.
Well, Ronelle, we've got very, very good news for you. You and your family will be spending an amazing Christmas together in the Mother City. Absolutely amazing. Well, our next winner is Sela Muse, who says, my mom has been diagnosed with cancer a week ago. So going home to be with her would be the best Christmas I have ever had. And it would be a pleasure for my mom too. She's also turning a whole 70 years old on the 24th of December, and going home will also help us both to celebrate her birthday together.
Oh, Selo, we are sending you all our love, all our positive energy, and we hope that you and your mom have the best possible Christmas under the circumstances, but being together, I'm sure will make a world of difference.
Now, would you like to bring someone special home this Christmas, or would you like to spend it with your loved ones? It's so easy. All you have to do is go to www.bringithome.net and nominate yourself or even someone special. And to get to the link to the website, all you have to do is SMS the keyword home to 33728. Each SMS will cost R1.50. No free SMSs apply, and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
And guys, please take note that you have only up until the 9th of December. The clock is ticking. So get on it. Let's make this the best Christmas ever.
Without a doubt, one of my personal favorites here on the show, getting to have loved ones spend all the time together during the festive season. Well, listen, we're going to take a quick commercial break, Ufonza.
Yeah, cool.
But before we do, we usually have something from the McCafe bar, and Unono is ready to take your order.
So I'm really like a big chocolate fan. I'd love some chocolate cake, but it's too early in the morning for that. So I'm going to go with a chocolate muffin and some coffee.
Aye, man. Chocolate muffin, yani. Give him a slice of cake. Give him a cake. Give him a cake. Because why? It is Ufonza's birthday! Happy birthday!
Who told you?
I know these things. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ufonza. Happy birthday to you. Hooray, that's right. Euphonik is here in the building.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
Moving out? Need more room? Scaling down? Private property is a great place to start your search. With thousands of new properties from South Africa's top real estate agents, banks, developers and homeowners. It's the easiest way to find your next home. Search for a home on any device, anytime, anywhere. Search privateproperty.co.za.
Don't miss the Winner Home Grand Finale on Thursday, 13 December at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3 as a viewer wins the biggest prize on South African television, their very own home worth over 3 million rand. Winner Home, proudly brought to you by Capitec and Private Property, with Samsung products designed for your connected lifestyle. Grand prize luxury penthouse apartment by Bowen Properties.
We're going to take a quick break here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso on the Africa channel. After the break, DJ Euphonik performs for us, and then we're going to teach you how to make that delicious barbecue sauce, nice and easy.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
That's right. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. It is that time of the morning where we celebrate birthdays because, well, every day across the world, millions of people celebrate their birthdays. So we take today the 7th. Is it the 7th today? The 6th, rather, yes, of December 2018 to wish some of our favorite celebrities and, of course, you a special birthday. Starting off with some celebrities, Sarah Rafferty and comedian Judd Apatow. They celebrate their birthday today.
Absolutely fabulous. But let's take a look at some of our faithful Expresso viewers. Abdul Kader would like to wish his wife Ilham Hartzenberg a very happy birthday today. Look at how beautiful Ilham is. And then also Bianca would like to wish her son Joanne a happy 9th birthday. Joanne turning a whole 9 years old today.
All right, okay. Well, is it your birthday? Do you know someone that's celebrating their birthday? Would you like us to give them a shout out live on the television? Why don't you send us an email, birthdays@kadova.tv, and who knows, we might be wishing them a happy birthday. Maybe include your contact details or their contact details so we can call them, right? Let's have this piece of cake in the meantime.
I know, on behalf of all of our birthday people.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, guys.
Okay, so the countdown to the festive holidays has now officially begun, and Christmas shopping is at the top of our to-do list around this time. Now, there's no doubt it's been a very tough year for many of us. So we all want to bag great gifts for those we love at great prices at, well, enter Dion Wired. Now, this festive season, Dion Wired are sharing the joy with the best in electronics and appliances at prices that we can afford right here at Expresso. And we are helping even further with the opportunity to win a 5,000 Rand Dion Wired gift voucher. And all you need to do is tell us what is in our mystery wrap parcel this morning. It's like a secret Santa on steroids.
I absolutely love it. So here, unless you didn't guess it, this is today's present. If you can guess what is inside this box, it doesn't look too heavy, but I know you're quite strong, so it's a difficult one. You could win yourself one of our 5,000 Rand vouchers. So let's go through it here. It's a medium-sized box, okay? It could either be an Epson home projector, 15 kg stainless steel automatic ice maker, very nice, or a NutriBullet. I wonder which of those it could be. So we're going to give you some clues to make it just a little bit easier. I think let's eliminate one of those choices right now. And we're going to have you a clue that'll probably send you in the right direction and able to whittle that answer down. Are you ready?
Maybe.
Are you poised?
Okay,
Clue
here we
number
go.
1. This mystery gift was 1,999 Rands when last we checked. It's now retailing at 1,799 Rand. That's a saving of 200.
Exactly. So now you're wondering, how does that now actually help me? Well, it couldn't be easier from here. So what you need to do is visit dionwire.co.za and browse through their new deals or online catalog to the gift that fits this size and price of our mystery package. And also remember, if you shop online, there's only 50 Rand delivery fee anytime, anywhere. Amazing. Or download the Dion Wired app from the Play Store or Apple App Store for direct access to everything on offer. Now, today's answer is there for finding, and there's also another chance for you to win 5, 10, or one of 10,000 Rand shopping sprees with Dion Wired on the app.
Yeah, so just start by downloading the app and get on it. What you've got to do is SMS the keyword joy, followed by the answer, your name and surname, and city to 33728. That's 33728. You know the drill. And you must use the word joy, followed with your answer, A, B, or C. And then your name, surname, and city, and SMS is just going to cost you 1.50 Rand. It's quite heavy, dude.
It's getting heavy now, man.
It's getting
I've been
heavier
with this thing for a while.
We're going to close the lines at 8:15 sharp, but you can find all the terms and conditions that apply on our website. Stay tuned for your next clue a little bit later in the show. I'm going to actually go online right now. I think I have an idea. Don't shake it too hard. Don't shake it too hard, because I'm getting this when you're done.
Share the joy with Dion Wired this Christmas for the best in electronics and appliances, and with our epic festive season deals. Visit our stores to find the perfect gift you're after, or shop online at dionwired.co.za. Plus, download the Dion Wired app at the Apple App Store or Google Play Store to stand a chance to win one of 5 10,000 Rand shopping sprees. The biggest range of top brands at festive prices you'll hardly believe. Dion Wired. Technology simplified.
Joy over here, joy over there, joy everywhere. Get entering, get guessing. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. And right now it's time for the news with Leanne.
Thank you so much, Taviso. In the national news, the Department of Home Affairs has relaxed some of the requirements for children travelling to and out of South Africa. Certain categories of child travellers will no longer have to present supporting documents at ports of entry. However, travellers are urged to carry supporting documents anyway, because these may be requested in certain instances. This is with immediate effect. Home Affairs says the amendments reflect some of the visa reforms approved by Cabinet and are in line with the economic recovery plan President Cyril Ramaphosa announced in September. The Nelson Mandela Foundation has sent its condolences to the family of the late anti-apartheid activist Dr. Alex Boraine. The 87-year-old died at his home in Constantia yesterday morning, is exactly 5 years after the death of Nelson Mandela. The foundation's CEO, Serge Tang, says Boraine played a major part in trying to find a path towards a more reconciled South Africa. Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu said Boraine was a true gentleman who loved his country, an admired colleague and a dear friend. Ethiopian Airlines is set to begin flights that connect Los Angeles with Addis Ababa through the West African city of Lomé in Togo. Ethiopian Airlines will make Los Angeles the only West Coast gateway in the United States with non-stop services to Africa. The inaugural flight is scheduled for December the 17th. LA will now become one of only 2 ports in the world to serve 6 continents with non-stop flights, joining London's Heathrow in this distinction. International dignitaries gathered with U.S. leaders yesterday for the funeral service of George H.W. Bush, the nation's 41st president, who died on Friday at the age of 94. Tens of thousands of Americans filed into the Capitol to pay their respects to the man who steered the American nation through turbulent times, including the end of the Cold War. The country's 5 living former presidents were present, as well as other dignitaries, which included Britain's Prince Charles, the German Chancellor, and of course King Abdullah II and Queen Rania of Jordan. And finally, Aquila Game Reserve, about 2 hours' drive from Cape Town, has welcomed a new bouncy baby rhino precisely 1 year after the surprise birth of 2 rhinos in 2017. The 24-hour rhino surveillance team of Aquila's anti-poaching unit witnessed the birth of the not-so-wee lad last week and said that a few hours later he was already play fighting and charging at his mom. The Western Cape extends a huge hug to its latest celebrity inhabitant. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Here's another look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
Let's kick it off with some fantastic news in football. Following their second-place finish at the Africa Women's Cup of Nations, Banyana have been awarded 2.4 million rand in bonuses, courtesy of SAFA. South Africa went unbeaten throughout the tournament in Ghana up until the final, where they suffered an agonizing 4-3 penalty loss to Nigeria after that goalless draw. Banyana's now obviously finishing second in the tournament, did also see them qualify for next year's Women's World Cup for the first time in history. And staying with football locally, Orlando Pirates' solid league form continued in the CAF Champions League as they beat Light Stars FC 3-1 yesterday to see out an 8-2 aggregate win. That was in their preliminary round 1 tie. After seeing out a 5-1 winner in the first leg, Pirates put the victory beyond doubt yesterday with Linda Mtambo, Tamasankwa Kabuza and Abel Mabaso all finding the back of the net. Also in CAF action, Mamelodi Sundowns beat Leonos Vegetarianos 5-1 to see out a 7-1 aggregate win. Then a little further afield in football, Man United and Arsenal had to settle for a share of the spoils in their Premier League encounter last night as they drew 2 apiece at Old Trafford. So the point earned sees Arsenal move to 31 points in 5th place, while Man United, they remain in 8th on 23 points. In other results looking very strong, Tottenham Hotspur, they beat Southampton 3-1. Wolves got their season back on track, stunning Chelsea 2-1, while Liverpool put 3 past Burnley. And then finally onto cricket, the Tshwane Spartans secured their 3rd win of the Mzansi Super League, a much needed one at that, thanks to a 4-wicket win over the Paul Roxon Centurion yesterday. Batting first, the Rocks struggled to get going as they could only set 121 before being bowled out. In their chase, the Spartans lost 6 wickets but managed to get over the line with 3 balls remaining. In last night's other encounter, the Giants and Heat, they had to settle for a no result, sadly, after their match was abandoned due to rain. So, of course, we are able to give you an opportunity to see some of the best cricket you'll see all year firsthand. We've got tickets to give away to tomorrow's Mzansi Super League match at Newlands between the Cape Town Blitz and it's a derby game, the Paarl Rocks. So, excuse me, what you got to do Head over to Expresso's Facebook page, comment on the competition post, and tell us who will win the MSL T20 encounter between the Blitz and Rocks and why. And that competition closes at 12 p.m. this afternoon. You can find all the terms and conditions on our website, expressoshow.com.
It's time to have a look at your traffic this morning in the Western Cape, Maitland. On the N2 inbound, there is congestion after Jake's Gerwel Drive. Delays can be expected. Please allow for extra travel time there. And of course, if you are in Gauteng, Central Johannesburg, there are roadworks on the M1 northbound going through the Crown interchange. Traffic is bumper to bumper from Boysens, so please use Omondo Road exit as an alternative route. And then we shift the focus over to Metro Rail in the Cape Flats line, where there are the current available fleets allow for one train every 30 minutes. The anticipated travel time between Cape Town and Heathfield is about an hour and 10 minutes due to speed restrictions, sets out of service and fault track circuits. I will be back here at 7:30 with the next report.
All right, let's quickly take another look at your weather and your temperatures going into your Thursday. Before we do so, we've asked you to send in some of your pictures. We'd love to see what it looks like in your parts of the world. You can just take those pictures and post them on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page. Pete Lambert, he's done exactly that. He sent in us a beautiful sunrise from Sunningdale in KwaZulu-Natal. Pete, thank you very much. It looks beautiful. You can expect partly cloudy conditions with humid temperatures reaching a maximum of 28 degrees. But definitely, what a way to wake up, Pete. Hope you have a beautiful day ahead. Your temperatures going into your Thursday for the rest of the country, though. Polokwane is starting off on 19, reaching a high of 28 degrees with thunder showers expected. Mbombela 20 and your maximum 30. Pretoria 19:34, also a couple of thunder showers forecast for your Thursday. Johannesburg 17:32, Mahikeng 19:33. Klerksdorp on 20 and reaching a maximum of 34. Kimberley 19 and a scorcher with 36 degrees. You can also expect a couple of thunder showers as well. Bloemfontein 15, your maximum 33 and thunder showers expected. Richards Bay 25 and a maximum of 34. Pietermaritzburg 24 and also a nice and hot one, 37 degrees later on today. Durban 24, 28 and Tata 17, 35. East London 19 and your maximum 28. Cradock starting off on 13, reaching an absolute scorcher as well, 38 degrees for you. Stay cool, Cradock. Port Elizabeth 17 minimum, your maximum 25. George a minimum 16, maximum 24. Sutherland 8 and a maximum of 25. Cape Town 16, 21. There's a couple of rain showers forecast as well throughout the course of your Thursday. Worcester 12, 26. Springbok 11, 25. And Uppington also very hot today, starting off on 18 minimum, reaching a maximum of 38 degrees later on today. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 7 o'clock bulletin. We'll bring you another update in half an hour's time.
All right, there is nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica. Yes, when you buy it with the Tropica Smooth Fan competition, you stand a chance of winning incredible prizes, instant ones at that. Now, Tropica lovers, this week is the last week for you to enter to stand a chance, yes, of winning those instant prizes.
So don't forget to keep a lookout to see who will be winning the grand prize of 250,000 Rand in Moolah, in cash, and of course that Honda Amaze Comfort CVT, that prize fitted with a genuine Honda seat covers, the best part of it all. And all you have to do is buy a Tropica, follow the details on the pack, really simple, then you stand a chance of winning instant prizes like airtime. They've given away so much already, but you can find all of those details and some inspiration on tropica.co.za.
What's happening?
Happens when you're not where you need to be, straight on.
I'm talking to my mum.
Listen
I'm talking to my mum. It's not my fault.
We're
talking about the
I love that
delicious
you're not calling me
barbecue
out that
sauce.
I wasn't here either, but it's all
You
good.
see, that's how
live
nice
TV.
I am.
That's
No
what we
shade.
love.
Yes, listen,
We love each other.
an awesome barbecue recipe sauce is coming your way after the break, and it's going to be absolutely delicious, taking your festive menus there.
Exactly. And then Euphonik is in the house, the birthday boy, and this morning we're going to play a little game with him. How about this one? Guess the lyric. All that more happening on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You must be on your place.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in for what has been an incredible show. Lots of fun, very light, but of course now we turn to something incredibly serious as we are bringing to light 16 days of activism this week and how you can make a difference and, in fact, how you have a responsibility to make a difference. Now, this fact will probably shock you. Did you know that 1,095 women are killed every year at the hands of their partners? No Excuse challenges today's champion men of South Africa to stand up and say there is no excuse for woman abuse.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
We want to take a moment to reflect by sharing hashtag your 16 seconds of silence video on social media. And this is in solidarity with women all across the world. So all you have to do is visit hashtag noexcusessa.com to find out how.
All right, jumping to the kitchen right now, once again on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Chef Tash this time joining us. Hello, Chef Tash.
Hello, hello.
And the man of the moment, hey, DJ Euphonik's in the house. Give a round of applause, man. It's also his birthday, brother. Hey?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand right here and do the things that make the pots happen.
You're gonna do the things that makes them. I love it. Listen, I know you said earlier on that you love all things chocolate and sweets and whatnot, but how about a barbecue sauce, dude?
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
come on, you dig the grill, yeah?
I'd
The
actually
fire,
dig to see
the
how it's
brine.
made, actually. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, Chef Tash, we are going to be using our salati sugar, and we're going to put together a barbecue sauce, which is it's going to be phenomenal. Maybe this is one of those things, once again, that you need to add to your festive menu.
Yes,
okay, because we've been sorting out festive menus, dude, with all of the recipes. Okay, Chef
Christmas
Tash,
is here.
put him to work.
So I love things homemade. The reason we love things homemade is that there are no preservatives.
Yes.
And you know exactly what goes into your sauces, you know what goes into your food. So the basis of a barbecue sauce is tomato and sugar.
Okay.
And what gives it the color, the nice brown color, is the caramelization of the sugar.
Okay.
So when I'm here, we hoy everything into the pot.
All right, cool.
So
Make it work. Make it work. Don't do it. Don't do anything.
Okay, so all
So
of this in
tomato
here.
sauce,
Okay.
that is about 200 grams, 200 mils.
Right.
Quick
Tomato
question,
sauce,
Chef
yes.
Tash.
Yes.
Can you make your own tomato sauce using fresh tomatoes?
Definitely,
With
you
the
can.
barbecue sauce?
Definitely, you can make your tomato sauce, but just make sure this is vinegar.
Okay.
A little bit of vinegar, okay?
Yes.
Just make sure.
So how much vinegar is this? Okay.
That is about 2 tablespoons of vinegar. This is vegetable oil. We prefer vegetable oil because it doesn't change the flavor.
Okay.
And this is Worcester sauce.
Worcester sauce.
Worcestershire.
Because it's a Worcester barbecue sauce, yes.
Coming together.
And then salt and pepper, always season,
All of that.
season. So pinch,
So not all of it.
not all of it, yes.
That's
Pinch,
it,
pinch,
that's it.
pinch. A little bit more.
Oh, yes. I was about to ask, dude, it's like, where's that
And
flair,
then we
that
mix.
sass? Okay, cool. So that's part of it done. Okay.
That's it done. And then we are going to use this brown sugar. So we are going to use about 2 or 3 tablespoons of the sugar. This is the thing that makes the beautiful color of the barbecue sauce.
And it's coming together.
It's coming together nicely, and it's going to create a smoky taste. And this is beautiful for chicken, it's beautiful for beef, it's beautiful for pork. The only thing that you don't use your barbecue sauce for is your fish.
Look at that.
Exactly.
How beautiful is that?
That is beautiful. Listen, yeah, we are absolutely, I think, enjoying this recipe right now because, I mean, like you said, we are going to be braaiing this holiday. We're going to be making those meat. We're going to be lighting those fires. SMS the keyword Salati to 33728 to get your hands on the recipe. And while you add it, you'll be automatically entered into the draw to win yourself a DeLonghi kettle worth 1,500 Rand. Nice little extra gift for the festive season. That's Salati to 33728. I don't know. I feel like a bit of a third wheel. I'm just saying. Just here. I'm just fine.
Okay, you can come
You can have
stir.
some of my sauce.
Oh, good. So that's pretty much it, Chef Tash.
Yes, and you see that it's not tomatoey. It's a little brown because the sugar has made it caramel. It's the caramel in the sugar.
Okay.
Oxidization.
Fantastic. We love it. Salati is the keyword. SMS that to 33728. Here's a quick look at those steps once again. Yep, sprinkling some joy this morning with Salati. SMS the keyword Salati to 33728 to get your hands on that barbecue recipe. And while you're at it, you'll be automatically entered into that draw to win yourself a DeLonghi kettle worth 1,500 Rand. It's a nice little prize as well. DJ Euphonik is still going there, man. How's that sauce coming, bro?
It's coming together very well, hey?
Saucy. We love it. It's saucy, man. That's
and
awesome.
Simmer, and then all the elements are going to come together nicely.
I love it. Take this to your next braai when you come to drink. Hey, take this one. The keyword once again, Salati to 33728. The recipe will be on our website as well. That's expressoshow.com. But remember, by SMSing that keyword, you'll automatically stand a chance to win yourself that DeLonghi kettle worth 1,500 Rand. Chef Tash, thank you very much. Such a star in the kitchen. Brother man, thank you very much. Looking forward to your performance a little bit later on. Stick around.
That's beautiful.
Sprinkle joy this festive season with Salati.
Okay, so here's a scenario. You are at a birthday party eating fried snacks, chips, cola, and of course some wine and beer. But do we really know what we're eating and how this impacts our health over time? Overindulging in high acid-forming foods can leave us feeling symptoms such as heartburn, joint pain, and headaches. So let's see how much we really know about these foods. I've got the shady lady here. But before we start, let's understand what is an alkaline-forming food and what an acid-forming food is. Because all our organs operate at a certain optimum pH level, right? So some organs are very acidic, some, such as your stomach, for example, and others are alkaline, such as your blood. And every second, our bodies are trying to monitor this and maintain pH levels of all the organs and systems. So alkaline-forming foods have a pH greater than 7, and acid-forming foods have a pH level less than 7. All right? Let's look at some ingredients and see where they fall on the chart,
I love
right?
this pH scale.
It helps
really
you,
great.
right? Yeah, you
really
can see
is
0
to
to
understand what this is all about.
Yeah.
Cool.
Gets you in the game. All right, so I'm going to ask you some questions. You know how it works. Foods will fall between 3 and 10 on the chart. The lower it is, the more acidic, and of course, the higher it is, the more alkaline. All right?
Yes.
Okay, let's start. Sea salt.
Sea salt is going to be alkaline forming.
Okay, yes, that's right. That's correct. You're off to a good start.
Thank you.
Sea salt is a sodium mineral and therefore definitely alkaline forming. And now cream cheese.
Oh, easy.
Okay, acidic. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Your favorite cream that you just love having on crackers falls at number 4 on the chart. So it is considered acidic. But I'm worried that you know 2
I know
answers
this
back
because
to
I
back.
love it. I love cream
Okay.
cheese.
All right.
Cheese
Let's
in
try this
general.
one. It's going to get harder.
Okay.
Red cabbage.
Red cabbage. Red
Alkaline
cabbage.
or acidic?
Alkaline.
Yes, that's right. Okay, red cabbage is a great alkaline forming food, which is at number 9 on the chart. All right. Apple cider vinegar.
Alkaline.
Yes, this is a surprising one. Although it may
Why
be
are you
acidic.
so shook?
Because I don't
Like
know
you
how
don't
you
know
all
I
the
was
answers.
intelligent.
Yeah, I didn't know you were that smart. But I mean, you know, it may be acidic
Wow,
once consumed and digested. It has alkaline properties and therefore definitely alkaline. You're right.
Yes.
French fries.
When is this going to get tough? Boom!
Acidic, yes. All French fries, all classic French fries, certainly a food that is loved by many at any occasion, but it is unfortunately acidic.
Yes.
Okay, well, you know what? This wasn't very fun for me to do. Let's see how well you know your acid-forming foods versus your alkaline-forming foods. Tell us on social media which one of these foods are acid-forming in your body. A steak, grapefruit, or spinach. Or you can, of course, stand a chance of winning a multi-force hamper and a Nutri-Bullet to the value of 2,500 Rand. You're so acidic.
You're a shady lady now.
Don't let acidity weigh down on your health. Counteract acid buildup with your daily balance of alkaline minerals from A. Vogel's Multi-Force.
Tabiso, I hear you, man. There was no fun whatsoever. I know that Leanne was studying very hard, like minutes before that segment. All good, though. Well done, Leanne. Well done. We're going to be taking a quick break. When we come back, we're testing the music knowledge of DJ Euphonik by playing a game called Guess the Lyric. It's going to be very interesting. And then we also focus on the Crown Gospel Music Awards, celebrating gospel music in South Africa. That and more after the break. All right, taking a quick break right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show for the Africa channel. When we come back, we're going to be playing a little bit of a game with our musical talent this morning. DJ Euphonik is called Guess the Lyric, putting his music knowledge to the test. And they will also be focusing on the best in South African gospel music at the Crown Gospel Music Awards. That and more after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3, where the stage is yours. The stage will be Euphonik's as we put together a selection of random lyrics that we will recite to him in different ways and accents to throw him off a little.
Yes.
And we want him to guess the song or complete the lyrics. Euphonik, are you ready?
I feel so trapped here.
It's all good.
Look so nervous.
Okay, so the nicest thing is the first ones we're going to start off with some local ones. Okay, so
cool.
that's a clue for you. Here's your very first song. I'm going to change the accent. All right. Yeah, jiggy, jiggy, heavy, heavy. All the girls love me like money. Call me jiggy, jiggy, heavy, heavy.
Nasty C.
All eyes on me, Machiavelli.
Tupac, Nasty C. Is that not Nasty?
It's local, it's local.
I'm gonna guess Nasty
Are
C.
you going to go with Nasty C?
Yeah.
How about this? Villa in Versace.
That's AKA.
AKA, yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
here's your second one. You don't come around to see me in the week. You don't have a chance to call me on the phone.
Brenda Fassie.
Yes, Brenda
Were you
Fassie
trying to
weekend
change the
special.
accent there?
Yeah, he went to Niger with it.
Okay, how about this one? Tale as old as time, true as it could be. Barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly.
I have no idea.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
When I saw it, I was like, let me change it into rap. Tale as old as time.
Oh.
Celine Dion,
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, so here's your next one. I was wondering maybe, could I make you my baby? If we do that, would it make us look crazy?
Ooh.
Now you must complete.
That's
So
local,
let me do it again.
international?
I was
International?
wondering, international. I was wondering maybe, could I make you my baby? If we do the, would it make us look crazy?
You call me maybe. That's what.
No, okay. So I'm gonna sing the last part for you. I was wondering maybe, could I make you my baby? If we do that,
I
would
know.
it make us look crazy? If you asked me,
baby,
I don't know.
into
I know.
It's hard, hey?
Yeah, it's
Listen,
very
if I
hard.
was sitting on that side as well, I'd be
Yeah.
like, what? All right, how about this one?
You have to get this one right.
How can I change this up? It's so easy.
Yeah.
Okay. To the left, everything you own in the box, to the left.
I know the song, but I don't know the artist. Like my mind's gone blank. To the left, to the left.
Everything you own in
Yeah, I
the
know
box,
it,
to
I
the
know.
left, in the box.
That's my stuff. Yes,
if I bought it, please don't touch Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Okay. All right. So last one. So I'll 10,000 miles into the dead of the night till
Black
I
Coffee,
run out
David
of love for
Guetta,
you.
Drive.
Eh?
Black Coffee, David Guetta.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Wow.
Well
Okay.
done.
Try and guess this bonus one. I got Jolie. I got I we yeah
That's Killer Cow with Mbali, Tolugute. Hey.
Yeah. Love it.
You're funny, get out.
Oh, man, I
Listen,
absolutely
guess
love
the
it.
lyrics. It ain't easy, but you did
eh?
really well. You did really well.
Oh, dude, we just put you through the fire. Absolutely love it. Awesome having Euphonik here. Now, let's shift lanes slightly and get into what has been an unbelievably glittering relationship with South African gospel music. The SABC Crown Gospel Awards, I think, has created the platform of the last 11 years to give our gospel artists the recognition, yes, but also to propel them and give them what the fans really want, some much-needed one-on-one time. And, of course, Tsolo got exactly that at this year's glittering event.
Tonight we're here at eThekwini at the 11th Annual Crown Gospel Music Awards, and man, people are dressed to the nines to celebrate only the best that gospel music has to offer. This year's theme is titled Siyenyuka, which means that the awards are promising to be even bigger and better this year. Let's go check them out.
A number of remarkable gospel musicians from across Africa have been recognized in recent years for spreading the good news through song, and the show's executive producer could not be prouder.
Sizanele, the awards have been around since 2006 now, so why did you decide to start them?
Look, I had been working in the gospel music industry for a very long time, from my days at Ukhozi FM and also my days on Gospel Gold on SABC 1. So I got to understand the ins and outs of the industry, the good, the bad. And when God spoke to me about this, I knew exactly that we were going to grow it not just to a South African project, but in 11 years, we've been able to go beyond our borders, and hence today we're here celebrating 11 years.
What do you look for in a Crown Gospel Music Award winner?
There is so much that we look for in a winner. It includes diction, it includes the lyrics must be gospel. There is only one gospel, and gospel is good news, and the good news is Jesus. So we look at that, but we also look at the quality of the music, we look at the packaging, we look at the whole lot. There is a whole lot of criteria, but it is the total person, the total message that we look for.
So Verona, you are nominated tonight. Why would you say that the Crown Gospel Music Awards are such a necessary platform for artists like yourself?
You know what, it gives us motivation. It motivates us to do better, because the small seeds that we sow eventually bear fruit, and this is one of them.
So with me is one of the biggest talents in South African gospel music. My man, your group has been doing flames this year. So tell me, in terms of performances for the night, what are you guys going to be bringing to the stage tonight?
We're going to be bringing something fresh, something new, something unique, something powerful and energetic and fire.
As the winners told us, this music was always the medium for spreading the gospel, for moving hearts of listeners, and achieving that is their greatest prize.
So Dumi, you won the award for Best Gospel Song, which is a big deal. Tell me how you're feeling.
I'm so grateful, man. Thank you so much to everyone that voted for me. Thank you so much. May the Lord bless them. I love them so much.
Babusi, so you are walking away with a Lifetime Achievement Award. Tell me, how are you feeling?
I'm overwhelmed, really. I'm over the moon because I didn't expect this.
Babo, you are walking away with the biggest award tonight, Best Gospel Artist for 2018. How are you feeling?
I'm over the moon, man. I can't even explain, but what I know is it's all through God's favor and His mercy and His grace. This is through Him.
With live performances from the nominees throughout the awards, it was the audience at the venue and in the homes across the nation who felt like the biggest winners on the night.
Very cool, man. What a coveted evening in awards, man. Yeah, our gospel scene is on fire, that's for sure.
Massive, biggest stars in the country.
Absolutely love it. Right now, though, if you've been following the premier design and decor reality show Winner Home, then you will also know that the design duos have now completed all their design challenges, and it is time for them to make the final tweaks before the judges arrive to spend a night in each of the apartments, dude. The pressure is on.
That's such a clever twist. Obviously, the sleepover will give the judges the full experience, the energy of the apartments before making their final all-important decision on the winning duo for this season, and they've all been amazing. The standard this year has been astounding. You can catch all of the action from that penultimate episode of Winner Home tonight at 7:30 right here on 3.
This coming Thursday on Winner Home, having completed all their challenges, the design duos have the opportunity to implement the final tweaks to their spaces.
It is just beyond fabulous. I love it. This place looks amazing. Well done.
I love this place. May I please move in?
Oh,
honestly.
yes.
Then it's all up to the judges, who spend a night in each apartment to experience them in their entirety. Catch all the action on Winner Home, Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC 3, with a repeat on Saturdays at 3 p.m. The stage is yours. Winner Home, proudly brought to you by Capitec and Private Property, with Samsung products designed for your connected lifestyle. Grand Prize Luxury Penthouse Apartment by Bowen Properties.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we take another look at some of the biggest names at the Global Festival Gala Dinner event. And of course, Nick Strelitz brings us all of those details.
That's right. And then we're doing a movie review with JP Sebastian of the movie Colette. You want to hear all about it, so stick around.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, here on SABC 3. Now, over the last couple of months, there was huge anticipation of the Global Citizen Festival, and it's happened, and we hope that the effects of the festival are such that we're going to feel them for many, many, many years to come, right?
Exactly. Now, so much happened on that particular weekend, and there were so many extraordinary people that met at that crossroads. So this is part of our ongoing coverage. Let's head to Nick Strelitz, who is there on the red carpet, rubbing shoulders with the who's who of Global Citizen.
The culture of musical greats uniting to change millions of lives began for real with the Live Aid concerts of the mid-'80s, arranged by Bob Geldof. 33 years on, he was here to lend his support.
Legendary musician, philanthropist, Bob Geldof. Bob, hello. Welcome to South Africa.
Thank you very much.
How many times have you been to South Africa in the past? What's so special about this country and making the trip down here?
You can have the most fun here in one of the most beautiful countries in the world with the funnest people.
One key takeout, you think, of Madiba, what he's meant to the world. What do you think it is?
Compassion, kindness, thought, compromise, consensus, elegance, dignity, fun, a deep, profound love of life, massive bravery, massive courage to give up your life, not knowing you'll ever see it again. Without question, the most impressive person I've ever met is Nelson Mandela.
With the concert broadcast to 180 countries, the world was watching, and groundbreakers in style like David Tlale played their part in ensuring everyone looked superb.
Let's start with Mr. Tlale, designer to the stars. Yes. Mr. How does fashion intertwine with a night like tonight, where it's all about charity and giving back? There's some fashionistas here tonight showing up.
I think the most important is just to bring fashion home to show people that we, as fashion designers, we do care and we have a heart, and a heart of giving and changing lives with our craft. And you don't have to look shabby to be doing charity work and everything else. You gotta look fantastic all day long.
And you, sir, you looking all types of fierce in that kimono. It's a bit of a reunion, a little Teswele Pele Cordova reunion with the one and only Jade Hubner. Jade.
It is. I saw you in Cape Town last. It's good to see you here in Joburg.
It's great to see you as well, and you look good, girl. You look real good. Who are you wearing?
I am wearing Sunil. Label owns it, and they're in Sandton City, and they are incredible. I always wear their dresses.
What is this? What is about this that speaks to your individual style?
For me, blondes and red is such a fashion, yes. And I love how feminine the lace is. There's a bit of beadwork, and it's body hugging, and it's got the long trail for the red carpet. So I think I love it. I feel so good in it.
Body is looking good. She be working out, y'all. Say this a lot, I feel like, but I really mean it when it's you and your looks. I've been following your career, more your fashion statement.
I think I love challenging myself, so the goal is to try find ways to look different. So everywhere I go, I want to look extremely different. And whether it's hair, whether it's the outfit, whether it's the makeup, I'm always just like, okay, I feel like going to this place, but how am I going to look? How do I feel right now? What do I think is cool? I'm always researching and trying to see what the world is doing, who's doing what in South Africa, internationally, and how I can take a little bit of what they're doing and bring it out when I wear something, yeah.
I think that's what's so good about you, is that you're unafraid of taking risks, and that's what true style is. It's really about pushing the boundary and the narrative, and you do it, girl. You pushing it.
I try.
Hundreds of millions were being raised to put an end to hunger, gender inequality, and HIV across the planet. And local stars like Minnie Dlamini wanted the globe to know that South Africa is playing its part.
Listen, how do you approach dressing for an event like this? You go to a Fortune red carpets, and this is a really special one, isn't it?
It is a really special one, and if you look at my aesthetic generally, it's not really African themed. And today, being global citizen and just celebrating Africa and celebrating the event being on the African continent, I really wanted a dress to inspire that, but still have an international feel to it as well.
But listen, I've spoken to a lot of international peeps who've come down and said it's South Africa's responsibility to keep Madiba's legacy alive. It's not about other people around the world, but we have to do it here at home. What are your thoughts on that?
100%. We do have to keep the legacy alive, and we have to do it ourselves. But of course, it doesn't help to have a little help from our friends.
What are you most looking forward to tonight, tomorrow?
I'm just really excited to see all the initiatives and exactly what's going to happen in terms of making a change in this country, the people that it's going to impact, the difference that it's going to make, and that's what I'm really, really excited for. And then tomorrow, of course, I'm just excited for an incredible, incredible show.
Hope she sings Countdown. And
I hope she sings everything.
Every song in the world she's ever performed. Minnie Dlamini, thank you so much, girl. You look absolutely incredible.
Thank you so much.
This festival of music and style raises funds to change lives. And as a result, more of our fellow citizens around this globe will get to enjoy what's good about life.
Wow, guys, what a night that was. Some of South Africa's biggest fashionistas rubbing shoulders with the best of international celebrity, and all for such an amazing cause that is Global Citizen. If this is day one, guys, you're going to want to check what's in store for day two. Until then, I think B and I are going for a nightcap. Beyonce, is that where? Oh, she's here.
Oh, man, you earned that nightcap, my brother. And of course, you can catch part 3 of our ongoing celebration of Global Citizen, because we want to give it as much of a platform to spread that message as we can. You can catch it right here on Expresso tomorrow, but well done to our team for getting those scoops. Now, let's get the scoop, Mr. JP Sebastian, on a movie that I'm hoping is going to be quite powerful, because we're in the light, warm and fluffy kind of festive season movie lineup, but we're looking at Colette, Keira Knightley. Is she going to change my perception of her? I mean, all
you're treading lightly.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about her. She's got the chops. We know that she's done some amazing things, but this
I think it's this region over here that concerns people.
Yeah, man, it's the part, man. It's the part. No, in all honesty, I mean, she's taken on some great literary works. This is a literary story, but a very powerful and important story when it comes to gender equality.
There have been so many of these, like back in the day, or where female female authors would have changed their name to sound more masculine kind of thing or whatever. So the true story of Colette is that she was ghostwriting, is the term, under the name of her husband, who was basically...
She had to.
Yeah, and it was... Well, you know, I suppose that's questionable, but also, you know, society might dump on you if you're like, oh, you're a girl and you're writing about lewd things or dangerous or overly adventurous things or whatever. So her husband was kind of just franchising, not just her, but a lot of other writers as well, which is interesting to learn. Her story became, and to this day, is sort of like a national treasure to the French. The character that she wrote, women's fashions even changed in accordance. Their feeling of their coordinates within sexual identity in society changed according to the book that she wrote. So it was a powerful story to actually transform the social fabric.
To put it into context, because we always look at it in the context of today's life and we feel it's completely unfair, but this was the norm, and that's what makes it so powerful, to make a change.
And then what's interesting is the scandal that follows once people find out that you were following the norm kind of thing. So there's this weird sort of contradiction in terms there. So what's interesting in this story and what is nice and refreshing in a way is a lot of these times when you're looking at these stories of women whose labor is undermined, who are being sort of walked over by male forces and patriarchy and whatever. The story often feels obliged to be just a grind and feel like dread or whatever. But I think that the gift about Colette is that there was... it feels innocuous and it feels like it's not dangerous or whatever, but still the story represents that
you
this
still
woman
get that sense of...
Like, so even in a total normal relationship or marriage, you can still have...
You've got some key players. I love Dominic West. But do you have a little taste for us?
I think it will help you understand what I'm trying to say, that it's not... while it feels benign, someone is still being exploited. So years where they cotton onto the idea of her as a more talented writer and her husband as just
Makes
sort of
the penny drop that much more powerful.
Yeah, it's the scene where the penny drops.
They never get a job on their own. I lend them my name, my reputation. I take all the risk and there's still no money. We need more output.
Well, you could get another writer.
Pay them with what? I'm not even making 1,000 this month. I've got 300 from the Echo, 425 from the latest Vamp novel, and just 250 from the music reviews. It doesn't even cover the outgoings.
How can we spend so much money?
The mortgage, Mathilde, restaurants.
You always pick up the bill, Willie, no matter how many people join us.
It's expected of me.
And the races and the casino.
What do you want me to do? Live like a monk or a peasant?
No, I'm just saying that we could economise.
You could write.
What?
Those stories you told me of Saint-Sauveur last year.
My school stories?
Yes, that could be Willie's next novel. Well, try it anyway, but try now. Start immediately. Aim for 4 hours at a time. The wolves are at the door!
And did you hear that penny drop? Absolutely love it. Love Dominic West, very underrated.
Yes.
Kira looks fantastic. Period piece as well, so you've got to nail it. It's got to be on point.
I think, though, a lot of that, because that's well-traveled ground, it's well-trod, it really does half the work for you if you're doing period stuff or whatever. But no, to be fair, their acting is aware. It's just fine.
Aware. Is that a global term? But you know, there is
French,
only
no
one real piece, one gem we want to kind of garner from all of this. I can see you going into your thinking man pose. How many popcorns does Keira Knightley and Colette, based on a true story...
No pressure, JP. Which part of the true story do you want to tell? Unfortunately, it's really just touching way too many kind of bases and whatever. Maybe just focus on this moment where she has this personal awakening or something like that. But it stretches itself kind of thin, and then tonally it makes right turns and left turns way too sharply. But it's not the end of the world. It's totally still watchable. 6 out of 10 from JP Sebastian.
Is it 6.5 or 5.5?
Take what you want. Call it what you like. I don't know. Maybe a lady should be rating this anyway.
Look, it looks like a beautiful story, beautifully shot, and it does tell an incredibly important story at that. So I think from an enrichment perspective, really worth going to see. That's Colette earning 6 popcorns out of 10, courtesy of JP.
Okay. What is it?
Oh, I'm trying to figure out what this is, man. I'm trying to see inside.
I can see you're just like going, you are literally diving into the box.
I just wanted to see. Look, I'm so excited about this because I'm obviously I was always one of those kids trying to like sneak around and try to figure out what my gift was. And I guess I still do that. But you know what? If you're curious, just like me, and you would like to stand a chance of winning a 5,000 Rand Dion Wired gift voucher, then we have just the challenge for you. Now, all you need to do is guess what is in our mystery gift today, and you could win the best gift of all this Christmas.
Now, here's the box. It's here. And as we mentioned earlier, it is of medium size and medium weight. And our first official clue was that this gift can be found on Dion Wired for only 1,799 Rand, which is a markdown price from 1,999. So if you go and visit dionwired.co.za now and trawl through the latest deals of the online catalog, you'll easily uncover what's in the box this morning.
Exactly. So tell us, what is in this mystery gift today? Is it an Epson home projector? Is it a 15-kilogram stainless steel automatic ice maker? I don't know. Or is it a YouTube bullet? If you think you know, do you want maybe another clue? You want to be certain? Do you want to give another clue?
Let's give you another clue. All right. So
cool.
clue number 2 is this mystery gift helps you get your daily servings of fruits and veggies. Okay? Okay?
I think I've got it. I think I've got it. So what do you need to do? Download the Dion Wired app from the Play Store or Apple App Store to confirm your answer. Now, the info is all there. Even better yet, if you download the app, you can stand another chance to share the joy by winning one of 5 10,000 Rand shopping sprees with Dion Wired. Amazing, right?
That's right. Now, to enter, simply SMS the keyword joy followed by the answer, your name, surname, and city to 33728. That's 33728 with the keyword joy followed by your answer, A, B, or C, your name, your surname, your city, and your SMSs will be charged at R1.50. The lines will close at 8:15 this morning. T's and C's apply. Enter now. You don't have much time, so get your answers in very quickly. Do it, and we could be announcing your name as our lucky winner this morning.
What is in here? What is in here? You know, don't hit. Gentle.
Share the joy with Dion Wired this Christmas for the best in electronics and appliances, and with our epic festive season deals. Visit our stores to find the perfect gift you're after, or shop online at dionwired.co.za. Plus, download the Dion Wired app at the Apple App Store or Google Play Store to stand a chance to win one of 5 10,000 Rand shopping sprees. The biggest range of top brands at festive prices you'll hardly believe. Dion Wired. Technology simplified.
So we're going to take a very quick break. Afterwards, the festive cheer continues. We're going to lighten the mood a little bit, take a look at what's trending on our timelines. We've got some crackers for you today.
And we're so honored to have the one, the only Euphonik is in studio, and he'll be hanging with us throughout the rest of the morning. Do not move a muscle.
Science reaches for the truth. Science works for the big and the small, the old and the young. Science never gives up. And science is at the heart of biology-based nutrition, for differences you can see, feel, and trust. The secret to lifelong health, it all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso as we continue the festive cheer. We're actually loving Christmas this year. We've taken it to a whole nother level and getting into that festive spirit here on Expresso this morning. The best part, of course, is giving. We've given away some amazing prizes already. Every morning we are calling one fortunate viewer who has entered the hashtag Loot Festive competition, and we could open one of these doors to allow you to stand a chance of winning one of these incredible prizes. We're talking computers, laptops, phones, PlayStations, gadgets, and oh so much more. I mean, look at the prizes that we have given away already.
Incredible.
It's insane.
So all you have to do is go to the loot.co.za Facebook page, like the page, comment on the page with hashtag LootFestive and your wish list item by simply either copying the link from the loot.co.za page or posting a picture of the item. Keep an eye out on our Facebook Messenger as winners will be contacted and will have 4 hours to reply.
Yeah, and I mean, it happens quickly, so get onto your Messenger as soon as you've posted your item, that desired item, the thing you're lusting after. Go onto the Loot Facebook page, hashtag LootFestive is the hashtag to use, and we could be making your wish come true this holiday season. Hashtag LootFestive. I cannot wait to find out, looking at the quality of the prizes already. What is that? What is there? But you could be winning one of these, but you've got to get on it. Post a picture. Don't you dare.
All right, if you are looking for a fun way to spoil your furry friends this festive season, well, you are in luck because we have a really delicious recipe that is also tail-wagging.
So the festive season, it is here. We are excited. Marika from Hills joining us right now for yet another spoil session when it comes to your four-legged friends, because they need to be spoiled, Marika.
Absolutely,
they need to be spoiled. The festive season is here. We're doing it with some treats and toys, specifically frosted layered treats, which you're going to be making for us this morning.
That's what I'm going to do, Ewan.
And I stepped in here and I was looking at the beautiful ingredients. We have our strawberries, carrots, some celery. Really, who is this for? For us? Or for the pups?
No, it is for the pups. But we try and do it in the healthiest way possible so that they can also have a balanced meal, but have fun while eating and snacking.
What's the rule with regards to veggies for pets?
I think there is no hard and fast rules, but things that you should stay away from is onion, garlic, and those kind of things.
Which I doubt they will eat anyways.
They probably will, but they might. And chocolate can be very poisonous to dogs, as well as xylitol. We forget about that. So when we use ingredients like peanut butter, you have to make sure that it doesn't contain xylitol, because that is poisonous and you can get a reaction.
Well, let's make this treat. Look at this. That looks absolutely amazing. I want to know, how do we put all of this stuff together now in terms of the layered ones we're going to be making?
We're going to make the layered ones, and it's important that we use the ingredients that the dog is eating.
Yes.
So we can start off with the layered ones with a few containers.
Okay, so
and the container sizes you choose on how big your dog is. So these are for small dogs. You can even use some ice cubey ones.
Okay.
If you can pass that on. And then, as you can see, that one is for a bigger dog, and you can use up to a 2-litre ice cream container when you do this.
So you can obviously just adapt the quantities for the bigger dogs as you go.
Absolutely, and we put them in here in layers. So, and we can make up those layers however we want. And then I usually start lining with a can of the loaf can or the stews. It really doesn't matter, but the loaf keeps the lining quite well at the top. So I start just placing.
So popping a couple of spoons in there,
yeah, exactly.
Now, if you want to get your hands on the recipe and the ingredients, it's very, very easy. SMS the keyword HILLS to 33728. That's HILLS to 33728. Spoil your four-legged friends, your furry friends, your fur babies this festive season, because they need it, man. They deserve it.
Absolutely.
They've also had a long year, you know.
And coming summer, this is actually a great treat to give them when it's really hot. What you can also do with these loaves is roll little balls like we have in here and freeze them, and that's also a nice treat, relevant to the size of the dog again. So after we've added in some tinned food, we can add in some yogurt.
Right.
Just a dollop.
Yeah. Yogurt, good. Okay.
Yeah, be creative. And I usually use plain unsweetened, something that doesn't really cause a problem for them and extra kilojoules.
Yeah.
So we're just going to pop in some strawberries. We're going to use some celery here and there, and then also some carrots where we want to. I'll also pop in a dollop of peanut butter and some.
This is going to keep them busy.
Yeah, absolutely, and this, you know, it's quite flavorful, so they like it. You don't even have to spread it in layers.
Yeah.
You can freeze in between layers if you wish.
Yeah.
So that is quite. Look at that one.
Very creative. We love that.
Yeah. And maybe in here, and then this one can be just blueberries, tinned food. And you can add in some kibble here, of course. As you can see, we've got the food that they're eating, so hills in this case as well.
Yeah.
And then to fill it up, we just take some water.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of canned food again.
Yeah.
To make just a little bit something that's a little bit more tasty.
So
and then we just pour this liquid over. And you freeze it. You can freeze it open or pop the lid on if you can.
Yeah.
And then that's exactly how it's done.
Just
These are
like
going to
that.
be quite meaty.
Marika, thank you very, very much for joining us. Obviously, there's a whole range. You get some goodies. You have a licky mat. We can spread the food on here, and they're going to keep them busy as well.
Great for tin food, and this is great for kibble, food dispensing toys that they can roll around and kibble falls out. Great to keep them busy. So get them something that they can actually make mealtime fun, and we throw away the concept of that food needs to be served out of a bowl. It can be served out of a bowl.
It can be served out of a bowl as well, and once again, they get exercise and they eat at the same time, healthy snacks. Marika, thank you very, very much. And you could take a look. It's very, very easy to put this together. Something different. Go and spoil your fur babies. SMS the keyword HILLS to 33728 to get your hands on the recipe link and also the ingredients. And you could be making and really spoiling your four-legged friend. Marika, thank you very, very much. I mean, that looks good enough for us to eat.
Yes, we can.
I'll dig into them strawberries just now. HILLS to 33728. Check it out.
Science is at the heart of biology-based nutrition. The secret to lifelong health, it all starts with science.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Stratum, taking care of our beloved furry friends. Well, it's time to take a look at what's trending, and apparently this next story is going to blow your mind. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm about to be like everybody else who
I'm going to
hasn't
warn you
seen
right now, it is a little unnerving and it's a bit terrifying, albeit with a very happy, thankfully, ending. A couple of bumps, bruises, and torn bicep in the process. What started out as a beautiful, very adventureful start to a holiday ends like this. Take a look.
2, 1, go. Run.
Oh, that looks like a lot of fun.
What? Why is he hanging there?
Houston, we have a problem.
What? Why is he just hanging?
No.
It's supposed to be. Getting tired, not good.
Oh no! This is disastrous.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now you see. That's why I don't do that. That's why I don't do that. That's crazy.
Apart from the wedgie that the dude was getting throughout that entire flight. That is why I will never go hang gliding. No, I mean, apparently the guy actually, the adrenaline and being able to hang on like that, he ended up tearing his bicep in the process, but he did come through what was undoubtedly a death-defying situation.
Let's just say he's never doing that again, ever. He's traumatized forever. But listen
now
to
you
this.
See, when I ask people what's the likelihood of something going wrong, and they're like, don't worry, we do 20 of these a day.
Yeah, I know.
You see?
You see? You be safe out there, South Africa.
Yeah, no, let's go to the news. It's easier there. We know what's happening there.
Exactly. It was only through those news headlines. It's 8 o'clock. Let's take a last look at those headlines for your Thursday morning. Making national news, the Department of Home Affairs has relaxed some of the requirements for children travelling to and out of South Africa. Certain categories of child travellers will no longer have to present supporting documents at ports of entry. However, travellers are urged to carry supporting documents anyway because these might be requested in certain instances. This is with immediate effect. Home Affairs says the amendments reflect some of the visa reforms approved by Cabinet and are in line with the economic recovery plans President Cyril Ramaphosa announced in September. And the Nelson Mandela Foundation has sent its condolences to the family of the late anti-apartheid activist Dr. Alex Boraine. The 87-year-old died at his home in Constantia yesterday morning, exactly 5 years after the death of Nelson Mandela. The foundation CEO, Selo Hatang, said Boraine played a major part in trying to find a path towards a more reconciled South Africa. Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu said Boraine was a true gentleman who loved his country, an admired colleague and a dear friend. And making international headlines, Ethiopian Airlines is set to begin flights that connect Los Angeles with Addis Ababa through the West African city of Lome in Togo. Ethiopian Airlines will make Los Angeles the only West Coast getaway in the United States with a non-stop service to Africa. The inaugural flight is scheduled for December 17th. LA will now become one of only 2 airports in the world to serve 6 continents with non-stop flights, joining London's Heathrow in this distinction. And international dignitaries gathered with U.S. leaders yesterday for the funeral service of George H.W. Bush, the nation's 41st president, who died on Friday, aged 94. Tens of thousands of Americans filed into the Capitol to pay their respects to a man who steered the American nation through turbulent times, including the end of the Cold War. The country's 5 living former presidents were present, as well as other dignitaries, which included Britain's Prince Charles, German Chancellor Angela Merkel, and King Abdullah II, and also Queen Rania of Jordan. And finally, Aquila Game Reserve, about 2 hours drive from Cape Town, has welcomed a new bouncy baby rhino precisely 1 year after the surprise birth of 2 rhinos in 2017. The 24-hour rhino surveillance team of Aquila's anti-poaching unit witnessed the birth of the not-so-wee lad last week and said that a few hours later he was already play fighting and charging at his mom. The Western Cape extends a huge hug to its latest celebrity inhabitant. And with that, we leave your news headlines on your Fuga Breakfast Show for your Thursday morning.
Following their second-place finish at the Africa Women's Cup of Nations, Banyana have been awarded 2.4 million rand in bonuses courtesy of SAFA. South Africa went unbeaten throughout the tournament in Ghana up until the final, where they suffered an agonizing 4-3 penalty loss to Nigeria. It was after a goalless draw. Banyana's second-place finish at the tournament has also seen them qualify for next year's Women's World Cup for the first time in history. Then locally in football, the Orlando Pirates' solid start or solid form in the league in recent times continues into the CAF Champions League as they beat Light Stars FC 3-1 yesterday to see out an 8-2 aggregate win in their preliminary round 1 tie. After seeing out a 5-1 win in that first leg, Pirates put the victory beyond doubt yesterday, with Linda Mtambo, Amasankwa Gabuza and Abel Mabaso all finding the back of the net. Also in CAF action, Mamelodi Sundowns beat Leones Vegetarianos 5-1 to see out a 7-1 aggregate win there. Then a little further afield in football, Man United and Arsenal had to settle for a share of the spoils in their Premier League encounter last night as they drew 2 apiece at Old Trafford. So the points earned sees Arsenal now move to 31 points in 5th place, while Man United, they remain in 8th on 23. Some other results, Spurs beat Southampton 3-1. Wolves got their season back on track again after a brilliant start, stunning Chelsea 2-1, while Liverpool put 3 past Burnley. And then finally, onto cricket, the Tshwane Spartans secured their 3rd and much-needed win of the Mzansi Super League, thanks to a 4-wicket win over the Paul Rocks in Centurion yesterday. Batting first, the Rocks struggled to get going, only managing to post 121 before being bowled out. In their chase, the Spartans did lose 6 wickets close, but managed to get over the line with 3 balls remaining. So in last night's other match, the Giants and Heat, they had to settle for a no result, with the match being abandoned due to rain. Here's the great news for you. We've got tickets to give away to tomorrow's Mzansi Super League match at Newlands between our high-flying Cape Town Blitz and, of course, the Paul Rocks, now desperately in need of a win to chase that playoff spot. All you have to do to win is head over to the Expresso Facebook page, comment on the competition post by telling us who will win that MSL T20 encounter between the Cape Town Blitz and the Rocks and why. And the competition closes at 12 this afternoon. So get on it. Terms and conditions do apply and can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
It's time for a final look at the traffic this morning in the Western Cape. Curls River, there is a stationary vehicle on the R300 northbound before the Old Paarl ramp. The left lane is currently obstructed and delays can be expected. Please keep a lookout for that. And then if you are in Gauteng, Bedford View on the N3 northbound, there has been an accident before the Gilulis interchange. The right lane is blocked and causing heavy delays. Please approach with caution. Off to Metro Rail, the central line, the T9005 is delayed due to a faulty set. So please do allow for extra travel time this morning. And that's where we leave your traffic for this morning.
Right, this week to take a last look at your weather and your temperatures. Before we do so, we'd like to say thank you to Paul Barnard for your beautiful sunrise picture from Kunu Falls Lodge in KZN. Looks beautiful. Thank you very much, Paul. And also to Peter Lambert for your amazing sunrise from Sunningdale in KwaZulu-Natal. Appreciate your pictures. Thank you very, very much, gentlemen. Appreciate it. We'll get into sharing more of your pictures tomorrow right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Remember, you can take them and post them on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page. Your temperatures for your Thursday: Polokwane starting off on 19, reaching a high of 28 degrees, and thunder showers expected. Mobela 20 and a high of 30. Pretoria can also expect some thunder showers today, starting off on a minimum of 19, reaching a high of 34. Johannesburg 17, 32. Mahikeng on 19 minimum, your maximum 33 degrees today. Klerksdorp 20, 34. Kimberley a scorcher 19 and a high of 36 degrees with a couple of thunder showers forecast as well. Some thunder showers expected in Bloemfontein today, 15 minimum, your maximum of 33. Richards Bay 25, 34. Pietermaritzburg 24 and reaching a scorcher 37 degrees. Durban 24 and a high of 28. Mtata 17, 35. East London 19, 28. Cradock 13 and also very hot today, reaching a maximum of 38 degrees. Port Elizabeth 17.25, George 16.24, Sutherland on 8 minimum, reaching a high of 25, Cape Town 16.21, there's some rain forecast as well, Worcester 12.26, Springbok 11.25, and Uppington starting off on 18, reaching a scorcher of 38 degrees Celsius. And that's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for your Thursday morning.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we are going to be in the kitchen where we're making a delicious grilled salmon and summer salad. I love me some salmon.
Yeah, man, there's a lot going on here. Absolutely love that. And of course, a landmark, watershed, I think, movement ahead for fathers as paternity leave now legally is pushed up to 10 days for the papas. Paternity leave.
Are you gonna have another one so you can get that 10 days?
You know, I might just. It feels like the whole world is broody at the moment, but we're going to chat to Meg about what exactly that means and how important it is after the break.
When can we expect the baby?
Don't take credit. Unexpected coming from a bank. But just think about it. Using credit to finance a flashy lifestyle to show that you've arrived won't help you live better. What's new today is old tomorrow, except for the debt that you still have to pay. But do take credit to renovate your home, buy a more reliable car, or pay for your children's education. If that's your goal, then Capitec will help you realize your dreams. Because living better starts when you get credit for the right reasons.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Listen to that happy tune right on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. That means it's time for some baby talk. Yes, now, here's an interesting thing. The boundaries which define traditional male and female roles are getting narrower. Now, the Labour Laws Amendment Bill has granted paid time off for work to fathers so that they can actually bond with their babies for the very first time. Now, South Africa's working dads will now get a total of 10 days off work with full pay, which is equivalent to a 2-week break based on the 5-day working week model. And on today's Baby Talker, we are joined by occupational therapist Meg Fora, who's promised to give us a bit more clarity on whether parents can choose or when parents can choose and how to take their leave as well. I think this is a great topic, Meg. Thank you very, very much for joining us. I'm happy to hear this, specifically from a dad's point of view.
I think, Meg, welcome as well from my side. I mean, obviously in our world it's slightly different, but we know within a very strong corporate structure this really is a big step forward. Let's start with a very broad discussion first at why maternity and paternity leave for both parents, seeing as we're now trying to lessen that gap. Why is it so important?
Yeah, it is vitally important. I mean, we've always known that mums need a break, and we've thought it, because she's got to recover. She's given birth, she's grown a baby for 9 months, she'll be in some pain, she'll have some bleeding, so she needs time off. So, yeah, just kind of on a basic level, you would think mums need it. But there's so much more to it, and that's why this change of law to allow dads to take paternity leave really is important, because so much happens in those first few months of a baby's life that they actually need to be together as a unit, a mum and a dad and a baby.
Yeah, and I mean, I've experienced that, I didn't take, I think it took like 5 days off, but it'd been, the support that a dad can lend at home, in those first few days. I guess this is also why it's such a breakthrough, right? That it's been extended to 10 days, because if your wife or your partner is going through something like a cesarean, just getting around and getting those tasks
an operation
done.
It's quite a big operation,
Yeah, and we've always spoken about the dads as kind of being the vessel around the mother-infant unit. So we know the mother-infant bonding is so important. But a dad's role is to actually protect that unit. And when a dad buffers the mum and the baby from the rest of the world and, kind of, as you say, takes on the things like doing the shopping, doing a little bit of cooking, buffering the visitors, it allows the mum and the baby to heal together and to develop a relationship.
Yes.
But it is more than that, of course, because the dad is also then allowed to actually bond with the baby.
To form an emotional... It's also about, I think, finding a rhythm. You've got to kind of adjust to a completely new rhythm in life, and you've got to find that as quickly as possible. And if one of you is stepping in and out, kick the in-laws out of the house. It's about you, your girl, and your baba. I think that's the most important part of this process. How long before should we be kind of creating this bubble? Because that's, I think, a lot of women want to stay as active as possible and be engaged. When do we start creating that bubble?
So paternity leave would not be taken before the baby's born. It's very much when should the mum start taking her leave, because for most of us mums, we're given a very small amount of leave in South Africa. In fact, a criminally small amount of leave.
What is the official?
Well, you actually don't have to get paid leave, and that's the problem for mums. So you have to have a certain amount of maternity leave, but it's not all paid. UIF, if you're paying UIF ahead of giving birth, will kick in, and so you can claim your UIF. But many companies will allow you a certain amount of time off, and it's very short in South Africa. In the UK, it's mandatory that companies can't give away your job, I think, for the first year. And that doesn't happen in South Africa. So women don't take leave, and then they think, I've only got 4 months. Shall I take it before, or shall I take it after what I do? So to answer that question, I mean, I always think about 2 weeks before, at least, you do actually need to take some time off.
Calm down,
Just calm down. Just, mums start to do a thing called nesting, where you kind of pull everything together, make your nest perfect for your baby. And for about 2 weeks before, it's a good idea to do that. And then that doesn't eat too much into whatever small amount of maternity leave you have been allowed.
Awesome. Right. So we're going to open the lines, 021-430-9881. We'd love to hear from you, especially if you're a dad, and how this affects you in your life. But we're also going to delve into, after in our next discussion, what you should actually be getting up to when you take paternity and maternity leave.
It's not a holiday.
It's not a break. Okay, let's put our employers' kind of anxieties to rest, but we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call.
All right, now we're bringing it to the kitchen, because that's what's happening here right now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso. Now, this whole week we've been talking about foods that you need to be making and preparing that are going to help you get some nice locks. If you had hair, for example, really nice healthy nails as well as good skin. And today we're doing the same thing with Be Well lemon flavored canola oil. We're preparing a summer salad, which is perfect with grilled fish that reduces oxidative stress and inflammation. And it's rich in omega-3s, and it's got protein, vitamin B12, as well as selenium. All important for your skin, your hair, and your nails. don't forget the nails. You'll get nowhere without the nails.
Exactly. We need to have good nails, especially you gentlemen. Like,
Yeah.
it's a thing
Mine
these
are good,
days.
yeah.
A
I mean,
girl always looks for
yeah.
some good, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay, so we've got Euphonik in the kitchen with us. Would you mind helping me with this recipe?
I can try.
Okay, wonderful. How are you in the kitchen, though? Do you know your way around?
I make a mean scrambled egg.
Listen.
same
If
person.
you didn't make a mean scrambled egg, I would be shook. All right, so we're making a grilled fish and summer salad. What we need for our fish this morning is we've got some Dijon mustard. I'm going to pop that into our little bowl here. We've also got some salt and pepper. And then the pièce de résistance, which is our lemon-flavored Be Well canola oil, which we're going to use about just 2 tablespoons of that. Pop it in there and then mix it up. And I'm going to ask you to do the honors, Euphonik, of just lathering this over our salmon. Now, we've got salmon, but you can also use king clip as well.
Okay, perfect.
Make
the
sure
nice
that
thing
that's
about these
nicely
oils
mixed
is that
together.
Be Well has a range of them. I mean, they've got the cheeky chili, zesty lemon, and the simply garlic. The flavored oils, they really do help take your dishes to a whole new level, which is just brilliant. It's what you need.
Exactly. Look at that. This is a professional. I think he's actually, he's just being very modest. I feel like you know your way around the kitchen. Hey?
I can't cook to save my life, trust me.
Okay, well, you can make this for the special lady in your life. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the salmon and I'm going to put it in our very hot pan, skin side down. And the way that you know that it's ready is that when it no longer sticks on the skin side down, there's already a lot of oil in our salmon. So that's what's going to do all of the work. You don't have to put any oil in the pan. And then once it's ready, you'll be able to move it around and you're like, oh, we're going to have that beautiful crispy skin, but it does need to be for long. Let's do our salads along. All right, so now we've got 3 beans in here. We've also got anchovies. Don't you love these?
Yeah,
Do you want to
we're
taste?
making sand with this.
You can do that. You can do that as well. So we're going to pop our anchovies in there. We've got some red onion. That's going to go in there too. We've got olives depipped. All right, we're going to pop that in there. And then capers. Love me a caper. And then we're also going to use some dill there. And then you can nicely mix that up for us.
And obviously, the nice thing about the beans is that they're low GI, high fiber, and they're proven to be great for weight loss. If you didn't know, now you know.
Now you know.
They're perfect for the summer body.
And as you can see, that's all. We've got our fish ready, we've got our salad ready, and ta-da! We've got the final product. And what you can do is just drizzle more of that lemon-flavored Be Well canola oil there. The keyword is Be Well, so you can SMS that to 33728. We'll gladly send you the link to the recipe, and you could be making this yourself.
Wow.
It's as easy as that.
So obviously the oils, I mean, I must say, since I joined this show, I only use Be Well oils, not because they're, on the show, but because they really are great for those essential fatty acids, right?
Absolutely.
Vitamin E, which is absolutely perfect. I love that.
And we're done.
Oh,
Boom, Bob's your uncle.
That's quick also.
I am ready for marriage, I'm just saying.
Okay, well, Euphonik, did you hear that?
Euphonik. No, like just in general. I was like,
Looks
no
really
hints,
good.
nothing. The keyword is Be Well. SMS that to 33728 to get the step-by-step guide on how to prepare this for your loved ones and for yourself over this weekend.
breakfast is served.
Yes.
Delicious. Delicious. You can make that
Smells
yourself.
amazing as
Why
well.
not? I just love it, man. These festive menus are just really building now.
We're on point, yeah.
Now, of course, we are also bringing to light 16 days of activism this week and how you can make a big difference. And we say enough is enough. And we're calling on all South African men to stand up and say there is no excuse for women abuse.
We've been going through some incredibly devastating, an indictment, in fact, these facts and statistics. Did you know that 3 women die every day at the hands of their partner? 3 women every day. That is incredible. Take a moment now to reflect on this and share your hashtag 16 seconds of silence video on social media in a sign of solidarity with women, not just in South Africa, but across the world.
Exactly, and you can do so also by visiting the website www.noexcusesa.com to find out more.
Well, it is a Thursday on your Feel Good Breakfast show, and after the break, we're going to be continuing with our baby talk discussion. Lots to talk about there, as well as taking it back to the kitchen where we make a delicious panna cotta trio. So make sure you don't move an inch.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush your daily dose of goodness, now available in long life. Crushers spreading goodness by giving away 20,000 pairs of school shoes. See pack for details and stand a chance to win 1 million rand in prizes for you and a friend. Nominate a school to receive school shoes.
Made with love by Clover.
Is your feel-good breakfast show on a... It is your feel-good breakfast show on a Thursday. We're going to take a break. After the break, because it is a Thursday, we continue our discussion on baby talk. And then we take it back to the kitchen where we're going to make a really delicious Panna cotta trio right here on the Africa channel.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, it doesn't matter what kind of mood you're in. Those little giggles will set you right. Or maybe this has put you in an even better mood if you're an expectant parent, because paternity leave has now been stretched out to 10 days paid leave, so including weekends. That's 2 weeks off for the papas, so that you can join the mamas in obviously bonding with your little one. We've got Meg here with us, getting into what this means, I think, as kind of a landmark victory for families.
It is absolutely a victory. No, it really is, especially in a country like South Africa where dads aren't always as involved as they should be. It really pushes them together into the family unit right from the get-go. And lots of research has shown is that if dad does spend this time with his little one, they start to bond. And when they start to do things like changing nappies and helping with feeds, they're more engaged for the whole of that child's life.
Exactly.
So it is very important.
That's what it is.
It's poo, man. That's what it is. But I mean, it's very exciting. I think a lot of dads would also, is very excited about the news that there's now 10 days paid paternity leave. But the big question is here, what should happen during that period of paternity and maternity leave? Because a lot of people, hey, 10 days off.
Yes. It's
holiday.
survival.
No,
it's survival.
It's not a holiday.
No, so it is a break, which is good news, because you're so sleep deprived. I mean, you guys can remember it well. You're up in the middle of the night, you're completely exhausted.
Does it ever go away?
It does. It does. My boys at 6 years old now starting to sleep through.
It does get better, but that is important, to be able to kind of give mum time to sleep in the day. So you actually take the little one, look after them. If they wake up, spend a bit of time with them so that mum can sleep for a little bit longer in the day. So really allowing her to rest is important. And then also scheduling in some activities, not a lot, but maybe kind of an outing to the park to go and walk together or walk on the beach. Those are the sort of things that you otherwise can't fit into a frenetic lifestyle. So, that's wonderful that you can now do that.
I mean, all of this is all great in principle, but we are dealing with a very mechanical kind of, when we talk about dates and we talk about paid leave and structures, and then we're dealing with the most organic, unstructured, crazy individual process. There is no birth is the same, no immediate phase is the same. How do we balance this out? When we look at, say, for instance, breastfeeding rates and maternity leave, how do these kind of stack up? Or,
well, that's actually the reason why maternity leave is so critically important. In South Africa is on a big drive to increase breastfeeding rates.
I think,
The world is on. And the reason for that is that mums who do breastfeed, their babies are healthier, they are healthier for the whole of life. It's the most wonderful preventative health measure. The problem is that when you're returning to work after 6 weeks, which many of our mums in South Africa have had to, it really does interfere with breastfeeding. So we see that when you have longer maternity leave in particular, you have increased breastfeeding rates, which is very important for our health within South Africa, within a country.
We touched on it a little bit earlier on, and speaking about, taking into account everything that needs to happen within maternity and paternity leave and what moms and dad, the roles are. in an ideal world, Meg, to get the most out of it, to mean the most for your baby as well, how long should it be in the ideal world?
So there's quite a bit of research on that, and it shows that a woman should always take 6 months.
Okay.
And that 6-month period doesn't happen in South Africa, usually. And it definitely doesn't happen as paid maternity leave. And that's the problem. You know, fine, your job says to you, we'll hold your job for 4 months, but we're not going to pay you. It's really difficult if you are, you know, if your household is dependent on your income, which for many people it is. So in an ideal world, it would be paid maternity leave for 6 months at least. And then you'll see an increase in breastfeeding rates, you'll see an increase in vaccination rates, and ultimately an increase in child health and maternal and child mental health. Which is important.
So then maybe we can round this off with, as someone who deals in this space a lot and obviously offers a lot of advice, some tips for making the most, getting the most out of your maternity and I suppose paternity leave.
Yeah, I think rule number 1, slow down. Don't try and fit in everything now because you so-called on holiday. Don't try and fit it all in. Really try and slow down and be at home. And that's quite an important principle, particularly for the first 6 weeks. We call that first 6 weeks the 4th trimester, or the, you know, and so you want to be at home, almost like cocooning your baby, cocooning your wife, and just slowing down. That would be my biggest piece of advice. And then if you are going to get out, try and do things together as a family. You know, like I said, go for a walk, go to the beach. Those things are important. But I think the main principle in maternity and paternity leave is ultimately to slow down, would be my advice.
Awesome. Love that. Slow down. Meg, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Once again, good news for the dads out there. Paternity leave now straight up to 10 days paid leave, which I think is amazing. But like we heard as well, make full and good use of that. That's it. That's your baby talk.
Well, I love this time of the year, and with Dion Wired, we can all share the joy with the best in electronics and appliances at great prices. Now, if you've been watching the show, then you'll know that Dion Wired are going one step further and offering you, our lovely viewers at Expresso family at home, the opportunity to win a 5,000 Rand gift voucher. All you have to do is identify what's in the mystery package, and lines closed at 8:15, but now is the time to reveal the present and our winner.
Yes, and the options that you had this morning were Epson home projector, or a 15-kilogram stainless steel automatic ice maker, or a Nutri-Bullet. Should we do it?
I think we should. I think we should. Now, this is definitely on my wish list. And while our auditors draw this morning's winner, let's talk about this amazing appliance.
Okay, I'm going to open this. Okay.
Okay, so there's a cyclonic motor, sleek and compact design, quick and easy to clean, BPA-free jug, 600-watt, 200-year guarantee, or 200 years. 200 years. No, 2 years. And it comes in at a great price of only 1,799 Rand. How epic is that? What an amazing gift that is to share this Christmas.
And a great price too, because it used to be 1,999. And now it is time to announce our winner, Patricia Jonas from the Western Cape.
Go, Patricia!
Yeah, you have just won yourself a 5,000 Rand Dion Wired gift voucher. Congratulations, and thanks to Dion Wired for sharing the joy, right?
Now, if you've missed out today, do not fret. Just download the Dion Wired app from the Play Store or Apple App Store to stand a chance of winning through the app. Now, there are 5 10,000 Rand shopping sprees up for grabs with Dion Wired, or you can just tune in tomorrow for our next Dion Wired Share the Joy mystery gift, just like this
Patricia,
one.
you're going to love this.
Share the joy with Dion Wired this Christmas for the best in electronics and appliances, and with our epic festive season deals. Visit our stores to find the perfect gift you're after, or shop online at dionwired.co.za. Plus, download the Dion Wired app at the Apple App Store or Google Play Store to stand a chance to win one of 5 10,000 Rand shopping sprees. The biggest range of top brands at festive prices you'll hardly believe. Dion Wired. Technology simplified.
Okay, so, Chef Tash, we are about to make something absolutely delicious. Panna cotta. It sounds decadent, it sounds luxurious, and we're going to show you exactly how to make that up next.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, throughout the morning, we've been so blessed to have captivating DJ and producer Euphonik in studio, and he's going to be giving us a little bit of a taste from his latest album, Perspective. This is My Baby featuring Knock Music. Enjoy.
My baby is still my baby until my baby finds somebody new. Find somebody new. My baby is still my baby until my baby finds somebody new. Until my baby finds somebody new. Find somebody new. My baby is still my baby until my baby finds somebody new.
hiphopnative.com.
This is basically what you can experience every Thursday at Radisson Red throughout summer right here in Cape Town.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, like rooftop vibes in the city, V&A waterfront, the most amazing views in the entire African continent. Radisson Red, it's going to be happening every single Thursday. So it's a chilled afternoon vibe. I'm limiting it to 180 people at any given time. That's why the party is called VIPs only.
Nice.
So every single person that's in the venue at that time while I'm there is a VIP.
What time do they need to get there then?
So it starts at 2 o'clock and ends at 10 p.m. As you know, the sun in Cape Town goes down very late. So by 10 p.m. the sun's going to be down. Then you can go and do whatever else it is that you want
Sounds
afterwards.
like such a vibe.
Yeah.
It sounds like such a vibe.
Every single Thursday until the 3rd of Jan. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. So corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Wonderful.
What's your flavor? Cool down the tasty way this summer and enjoy a moment in between with Mac Cafe.
Okay, Okay, so are you ready to make something decadent and delicious? Yes, you are. We know it. Chef Tash back in the kitchen with us this morning, and I promised you, like I said earlier, something that is going to blow your mind, something that has to be on your festive menu. That festive menu is like getting this long now.
Hey, it's getting longer and fancier.
And fancier, but how is this for fancy, hey? A clover panna cotta trio. That is what I need in my life right now.
Oh, yes.
I mean, panna cotta, it is decadent, it is easy, it sounds luxurious, and it is luxurious, and it sounds very difficult to make, but it's not.
It's not. It's actually quite easy.
Yes.
Panna cotta. Panna is cream. Cotta is cook. So it's
cream cook.
Yes.
Basically. Okay.
You cook your cream. And the reason why it's so decadent is that we use some vanilla. Do you know that vanilla is the second most expensive spice in the world?
Yes, and my favorite, my first favorite in the world. Okay, cool. So what have we got in there?
Okay, here we have clover cream.
Okay.
We have clover classic vanilla yogurt.
Right.
Because we need to enhance that flavor. We've got clover milk. We've got bloomed gelatin.
Yes, I love bloomed gelatin.
It's
so
squishy and
spongy.
squashy and nice,
Yes.
like a stress ball. And then we've got vanilla. We've
Yes.
got sugar, custard sugar, because it dissolves
Yes.
easier. And then for our green layer on top, we've got jelly.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have red jelly at the bottom.
We've got red jelly at the bottom, our panna cotta layer, and then we're going to
A
top
green
it
jelly.
with green, with a green jelly.
Okay, cool. So let's start with what?
Yes, we are going to start with the cream.
Okay.
So we warm up the cream. We want to bring it up to a boil. So
Okay.
we're using about 380 mils of cream. So it's about a cup and a half.
Okay. So there we have it. That goes in there. If you
Yes.
want to get your hands on the recipe to our clover trio panna cotta, the keyword is clover. SMS that to 33728. That's clover to 33728. Deliciousness on another level, that's for
On
sure.
another level. So we've got this yogurt that we are going to put in there.
Okay.
What we want to do here is bring everything to a nice simmer.
Okay,
So
I want to turn this up for you. This
Yes,
baby needs to go up a
please.
little bit. There we go.
Thank you so much. So we are going to mix everything in there and then get it warmed up.
Okay.
Actually, if you can do me this favor.
Yes, what can I do?
Please mix the jelly for me. You need to dissolve the jelly first and then pour in the cold water.
Okay.
Because that layer, we can't pour hot stuff on there.
No, for sure.
That's
Just like
fine,
that, yep.
Perfect. Please stir until it's dissolved.
Okay, and this is the trick to making jelly. You have to make sure that everything dissolves
Yes.
properly in there. Okay, the keyword is clover. SMS that to 33728. That's clover to 33728. If you want to get your hands on this panna cotta trio recipe, whoop, there we go. Just like that. So that's dissolving beautifully now. You can see it's coming nice and fine. It's becoming
Yes,
smooth
thank
as
you.
well. How's our panna cotta looking on that
Panna
side?
cotta is coming along nicely. So I'm going to put in the vanilla
Okay, oh yes.
as well as my sugar. The sugar needs to dissolve.
Okay. So after this dissolves, I just put some cold water.
Cold water on top so that it cools it down.
Just a little. Bam.
That's perfect.
There we go. Just like that. So you cool that down now. Okay.
Yes, to accelerate that, you can use ice blocks so that it's
Yes.
very cold. You don't want to put in anything hot
Okay, we'll leave it
on
as
top
that.
of the panna cotta because it will melt. And
Beautiful.
the reason why we bloom our gelatin is that it dissolves evenly in the pot.
Yes. And look at that.
It's so nice. I could play with this.
It's like a stress ball. So if you're stressing, making your festive menus and your roast, just bloom some gelatin
And play with it.
and start playing with it. Exactly.
And you know what is very nice about this
Yes.
dessert?
Uh-huh.
It's gluten-free.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
And
you
you
see
can
now.
actually make and adapt this to a Banting diet.
Right.
You can substitute the sugar with xylitol. And
Okay.
you've got Banting,
Done.
you know?
I am putting this on my festive menu. This is happening with my gammon that we made earlier on this morning. The keyword is clover. SMS that to 33728. Let's run you through those steps quickly one more time.
Yes.
Whoop up your foodie creativity with Clover Cream. Made with love by Clover.
Light and fresh, this next recipe is the perfect alternative dessert treat during the festive season. Because what's more merry for an event like Christmas than a clover trio panna cotta? Not one, not two, but 3 layers. For this recipe, you'll need 380 ml of clover fresh cream, 1 cup of clover classic vanilla, a half a cup of clover fresh full cream milk, a half a cup of caster sugar, 2½ teaspoons of gelatin powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla paste, 1 packet of strawberry jelly, and 1 pack of green gage jelly. Pour the strawberry jelly into a glass and place into the fridge to set for 1 to 2 hours. Next, add the Clover Fresh cream, Clover Classic vanilla, Clover Fresh full cream milk, caster sugar, and vanilla paste into a sauce pot. Bring to the boil. Then remove from the heat and stir the mixture until all the sugar has dissolved. Add the gelatin and mix into the mixture until dissolved. Then divide the mixture into the glasses on top of the strawberry jelly layer. Place the glasses into the refrigerator to set for 3 to 4 hours. Pour the green gage jelly into each glass and place in the fridge to set for 1 to 2 hours until set. The finished dessert can sit in the fridge until you are ready to serve them and enjoy.
Made with love by Clover.
And there you have it, a delicious festive dessert, Clover Panna Cotta Trio. Okay, cool. So we got our Panna Cotta. Yes. You've obviously poured into glass. You've set some red jelly. You got your Panna Cotta. That goes in the fridge. That sets, and then you go for the green jelly. Let me. Can I go for it?
Please go for it. But here's a trick. So turn your spoon upside down.
Okay.
Because you don't want to create holes. Can you see?
Just like that.
Just like that.
And that should be enough, right? Yes.
That's enough.
The panic. That's it. I like a good, it must be a big dessert.
Yes,
I'm a big boy. I like to eat it. So now you said that. But the important part here is obviously make it in stages. Don't think you're going to finish it off once one go.
Exactly, because your jelly needs to set, your panna cotta needs to cool down, and then as soon as your panna cotta is set, it takes about 2-3 hours depending on what you have in the fridge. So the lesser stuff you have in your fridge, the quicker it sets. And then as soon as the panna cotta layer is set, you do your jelly topping. And then you top it with fresh fruit. And how beautiful does it look?
You know what? If you're going to be whipping this out at the end of your festive meal, and people's going to see this, they're going to be like, wow, we came to the right place. Chef Tash, thank you very much. You look just as beautiful as a panna cottas. You appreciate you for being here this morning. SMS the keyword Clover to 33728 or check it out on our website, expressoshow.com.
Whoop up your foodie creativity with Clover Cream. Made with love by Clover.
All right, so we have been talking about the Woolies hashtag Bring It Home competition for the last few weeks, and your response has been absolutely incredible. And today we get to announce 3 Bring It Home winners, and if you entered, stay tuned because you might just have won yourself a ticket for your loved one to spend quality time with you this Christmas.
In fact, we're going to get on to our final winner just for today. Our third winner this morning is Naeem Kasim, who nominated Sarah Kasim, and I think we've got Naeem on the line right now. Very good morning.
Morning.
How's it, Naeem? First of all, by now I think you know that you're a winner, but before we celebrate, you nominated someone else, which is really, really cool. Please, if you can, just kind of give us a précis of the nomination and what went into that for you.
Yeah, I nominated my wife to go home to visit her gran. She's about 78, and so literally decided to get her for Christmas, basically in Durban. We relocated to Pretoria. And so that was it.
Buddy, I love the fact that you've nominated someone else, which speaks volumes about the kind of person that you are.
Yes.
What was the motivation for you? Why was it so important for you to connect your wife with your mom-in-law?
Well, we moved to Gauteng last year, so they haven't been able to go home this year. So it was a good opportunity, and I thought, well, why not take a chance?
It's beautiful,
buddy. Well, thank you so much. It's been an inspirational journey watching people get reconnected with those that truly do matter for them. So we're going to say it. Congratulations. Obviously, by now, you do know that your Christmas wish is going to be granted. So enjoy that very special gift that you're now going to be able to give to Sarah.
Oh, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Well done. Now, would you like to nominate or bring someone special home this Christmas, or would you like to spend it with your loved ones? It's easy. Just go to www.bringithome.net and nominate yourself or someone special. To get the link to the website, just send us an SMS. The keyword is home to 33728. Each SMS will cost you R1.50 and no free SMSs apply. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com, and the competition will end this Sunday.
The clock is ticking.
Yeah, this Sunday, the 9th of December, so make sure that we make this Christmas one to remember.
Well, of course, we're still joined by DJ and producer Euphonik. He's played for us, he turned up the heat, and he will continue to do so again. I don't know if you know this, Euphonik, but I play this next song that you're going to play for us every single day on my radio show. I absolutely love it. So let's give the people what they want. This is Euphonik featuring Daniel Barron, Summer Sun. Enjoy.
The summer sun on your body creates reflections in my dreams. The fever takes control and I can't breathe. Your whisper soothes my restless mind. The oceans move inside your eyes. Girl, I am drowning. Won't you save my life? You are my summer sun, you are my midnight rain. You are the only thing that ever mattered to me. And I don't wanna lose you now, I don't wanna lose you now. You are my summer sun, you are my midnight rain. You are the only thing that ever mattered to me. And I don't wanna lose you now, I don't wanna lose you now. You are my summer sun. You are my summer sun. You are my summer sun. Summer sun. You are my summer sun. You are my summer sun.
Make some noise! Euphonik in the house! Woo! Absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
You know, two people that I really love. You, Daniel Barron. What was it like working with him on this track?
We actually worked online.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah, because I was busy touring and I think he was also very busy. So I was making the music this side, he was sending the vocals.
Oh, wow.
So we're exchanging the project online, and then when we actually met when we shot the music video for the first time.
Yeah.
Like as you say, two proudly South African artists making global sounding music, and yeah, man.
And we're here for it.
Yeah, that's right.
We are here for it. Well, there's no summer sun in Cape Town at the moment. That's why we need you to bring us the summer sun through the music. Thank you so much, Euphonik. All that more happening on your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso.
It's official. The mood is set. It is summertime on your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. DJ Euphonik after the break on the ones and twos. Some more jams from him. In the meantime, though, a break from me. But please, Princess, can I have a sweet treat, a home-style donut, please? Are you laughing? Princess just laughs at me. She laughs at me. Let's take a break.
What's your flavor? Cool down the tasty way this summer and enjoy a moment in between with Mac Cafe.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
All right, welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso right here on SABC3. Listen to that happy tune, and that tune is playing for a reason, because it's time to make some wishes come true this morning with loot.co.za.
Yep, and we've got our next winner on the line this morning who posted on Loot's Facebook page with hashtag LootFestive. And our winner this morning is, drumroll please, Angie Sefoka. Good morning.
Yes.
Angie, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. You don't sound excited enough. How are you feeling this morning, Angie?
I'm very excited.
Good. I'm so glad. No, Angie, congratulations. You're already a winner. Now we've just got to find out what it is that you are winning. So I hope you are feeling a vibe around a particular number. So on the screen here, we've got numbers 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 18, 19, and 20, okay? Some amazing prizes have gone already. Now time to find out what you are walking away with. What number do you want to choose from our advent calendar?
Number 13.
Number 13. Lucky number 13. Do it.
Okay, wait.
Do
Angie,
it, big guy.
Angie.
He almost fell over.
Angie, I did. My heart skipped a beat right now
come
because
on,
you have
come
one
on.
yourself. Ah, look at that. It's
Yay!
a professional legend Ultra HD 45-degree spotting scope valued at 15,850 rand. Wow. Angie, do you realize how amazing this prize is?
I think she might have just... I think she might have just passed out, fainted on the spot. 15,850 rands worth of HD brilliance is now on its way to you. Angie, congratulations. I'm so glad that we are able to share just a little bit of that Christmas cheer with you. Oh, that's awesome, man.
I love it. Well done, Angie. Now, remember, you at home could also stand a chance of winning. All you have to do is go into the loot.co.za Facebook page, like the page, comment on the page with hashtag LootFestive and your wish list item by either simply copying the link from the loot.co.za page or just posting a picture of the item that you wish for. And then also keep an eye out then on your Facebook Messenger, as winners will be contacted and have only 4 hours to reply. So make sure you go on to post your desired item right now on Loot's Facebook page with that hashtag Loot Festive, and we could make a wish come true this holiday, man.
Yep, hashtag Loot Festive. You gotta remember that. Can't wait to find out what is behind more of these doors, these prizes. The value is just insane. One of them could be going to you. Look at it, look at it, look at it.
Oh, we've still got Euphonik with us, and he's been entertaining us throughout the morning. We've been hearing great collaborations, and of course, all of these are off of his incredible new album, Perspective. And we talked about perspective, that being, you know, the different perspective that traveling and kind of getting that global taste of what's happening all around the world brings to your music. What can we expect from you in 2019? I know that we're not there yet, but already you're booking gigs for 2019, so we might as well talk about it.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more music, a lot more traveling, and like some special surprises and collabos, and yeah. So at the moment, really, like globally, I'm still like very in the building stages. So like, fortunately, because of how big Euphonik is in South Africa, like it's easier for me to like make headway overseas. So I'm using all the experience that I've gained from South Africa globally.
Okay, I love that. I love that. What song are you going to be performing for us next?
So, because we're in Cape Town and it's not so much of a fine day, I'm gonna. This one's my collab with mine and Zandra. It's called "It's a Fine Day." It's very nostalgic and very like deja vu vibes for a lot of people. So yeah, check it out.
Wonderful. It's a fine day. Enjoy.
So my residency kicks off today, and it's every single Thursday until the 3rd of Jan at the V&A Waterfront Radisson Red.
We're gonna be there, we're gonna be there, we're gonna be right there.
Hello.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Happy birthday,
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Nada. Feel Good Production.